Man, I'm so disappointed. I was looking so forward to it, and I want to hear if I'm going to get the truth or if I'm going to get some kind of, jerked around crapo story. Anyway, welcome, everybody. It's going to be a bright and sunny day, a big fun fest here on the MJ Morning Show on a Wednesday here in June. So I welcome everyone. Roxanne, how are you? Everything all right with you?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Fester, all well with you? Oh, you're going to give me an this morning?
It's just an Listen, it's an honest
All right, and then Froggy, I'm a little I'm a little disappointed, Froggy.
Oh.
This morning we were supposed to have Hal Herman headlines. And of course, Hal's theme music is the wavy TV 10 news music from roughly 1981 to 1985. When it was Bob Grip and Diana Morgan as anchors.
Bob Grip?
Yeah, and,
a great name.
Yeah, Bob Grip's a great guy. Bob Grip, last I checked, he was a big anchor in Mobile, Alabama, I think.
Get a grip on the news.
Bob Grip, good local guy in Alabama for years. He was in Virginia Beach for a while, where, I grew up a good chunk of my life. And Hal Herman was at Wavy TV and what was the other station? Whammo?
Well, Channel 2 Whammo News.
Yeah, and he was fired from both for alcohol issues, right? Drunk on the air?
He's actually out of town today. He has an interview for a new gig.
Well, why is... I want to know if I'm going to get the truth here because I have it on very good authority why Hal Herman is not here. You're claiming that Hal Herman is out of town for an interview for a potential comeback in the news space?
Very, very big market.
Yeah, and what market is Hal Herman interviewing in?
Alexandria, Louisiana.
Big boy.
He's going for the big time. It's a big market. What?
It's not what I heard.
What did you hear about him?
I heard he fell down, injured his head because he was on a grain, alcohol, and cocaine bender.
Maybe that.
I didn't know he was into the hard stuff.
Jeez, I didn't know he was into the coke either.
How's that a really hard go?
So what's the truth?
The coke.
It
He's coked up.
So you're covering for Hal Herman by claiming he's on an interview in Alexandria, Louisiana.
Yes.
You wouldn't even... Who are these people walking by? I've never seen these people in my life.
Oh,
Who are they at 6:03?
I guess some little 5-year-old kid walked by, and then some woman who I think just wandered in here looking for a Geico office.
Was this a daycare? What the hell's happening?
Andrew, can you see who these people are that just walked by? And the lady just gave me a
She was gazing.
She just gave me a death stare.
Like I don't think it was a death stare.
She just looked at me like, "Who the hell are you?" as she's walking by.
This is
You're the guy
odd.
doing your job.
Did you see that?
Yes.
That's very weird.
Did you see that she gave me a look?
She gave you like side eye, big time.
She side-eyed me.
Not everybody knows who you are, you know.
I didn't say that.
No, like she's wondering who the hell are you?
But he's behind a microphone
Yeah,
right
but
now.
who's this guy
talking.
in this box? Who's this guy in this box?
I don't do that. I don't do. Do you know who I am?
No, I'm not saying
You
that.
know me for 30 years
Right,
almost.
but
and
she doesn't
you know how often do I play? Do you know who I am?
Never.
Never.
But
I never do that.
But if she
There
doesn't know,
are a bunch of radio putzes in the Tampa Bay market that think they're God's gift, and they'll give you the. Do you know who I am?
yeah, like Froggy.
Look at my shirt and then their names on it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So anyway, but if she doesn't know about you or who you are, she may walk in and just give you a
It has nothing
unenthusiastic
to,
look.
dude. It has nothing to do with that. I
but
don't
who's
care.
she?
I don't care if she knows who I am and what I do. That's irrelevant to me.
All
I'm
right.
just saying that clearly. I'm in a studio. I'm in front of a microphone. This lady walks by who I have no idea who she is, and she's giving me like a death stare.
You want her to wave? You want her to jump up and down? She gave you an expressionless look.
How about a nice smile?
Yeah, a smile would be
All
nice.
right, Andrew says she might have been walking to our Spanish station. So did I get the muerta stare?
Death stare.
Yeah. Is that what I just see?
See,
I think I did.
she may not even speak the language.
Yeah, I don't know.
And she's wondering who you are. And
That
you're
was
wondering,
just odd. Hey, Froggy, I know you love up the keister stories.
Up the keister? Or just a keister story?
No, an up the keister story.
Oh.
Am I right? Do you like up the keister stories?
There's nothing better than up the keist.
I've got a great up the and listen, I don't often do foreign stories because you know my philosophy. There's too many good U.S. based stories. There are too many good domestic items. Too much wackiness. Too much idiotic stuff going on. There's density there. So
Yes.
I don't need to resort to some story from some African village or somewhere in Kazakhstan. However, I'm going to make an exception this morning. I actually have a foreign story, and it's an up the keister story.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Speaking of up the keister,
Yes.
I think I used that phrase in my letter to Joe Exotic.
Oh, I
sent
have
it
that.
to you yesterday.
I
Okay.
printed it out.
Oh, good.
I was going to share
Okay.
that a little later on.
So that's got an up the keister theme as well.
Did you
he'll love that.
Did you send this?
No,
Did
I
you-
wanted you to approve it. I'll mail it today.
But do you have an email address for?
Yeah, I've got. I don't have email, but I have a snail mail.
So you have.
when you write somebody in prison, it's got to be snail.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. So we're trying to get Joe Exotic on. He does interviews, man.
Yeah, he does. I found a lot of them.
Oh, he's got nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole variety of radio stations that he's done interviews with.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen.
If he gets this letter, he'll do it with us.
Oh, there's no doubt about it because there is no shortage of Joe Exotic wanting to. He's got plenty of time on his hands. So I told Roxanne, hey, do you mind trying to find Joe Exotic, get him on the show? Joe Exotic from the whole Tiger King deal and, Carol Baskin locally, that whole situation. And, that was like a COVID breakout hit on Netflix. And we had a story that Joe Exotic is all pissed at Kim Kardashian because she's not helping to get him sprung. I mean, it's a ridiculous, convoluted story. And I said, you know what? Let's see if we can get Joe Exotic on. He does plenty of interviews. He's got nothing else to do.
Nope.
We should help him get out.
And he was in a Florida prison. He was here in Florida. I think it was Santa Rosa County.
Yes, that's right.
And then we found out he just got moved to like a federal corrections institution in Texas.
Texas. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, I've got it on my phone.
All right, so I've got the draft here from Roxanne, so I will. You know what? I'm going to proof this live on the air later on.
Yeah, do whatever you want to it. That's what I gave it to you to make any changes.
I'm going to get my red pen and mark it up like I'm some kind of an editor.
Oh,
all right.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
It's pretty, pretty smooth.
All right, just getting rolling here, folks. Going to be a great day. Hey, the Up the Keister story, Froggy, is next.
Cool. I'm excited.
First up, when we get back in minutes, a great Up the Keister story. I'm making a big deal out of this. It must be really good. All right, that's next. Hang on.
That looks good on.
You got the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 619. And where the hell's Froggy? I just sent a text that we're going to be back kind of early. Well, I mean, not terribly early, but I sent even a text here. I'm doing the Keister story for the benefit of Froggy, and Froggy's not even here.
He can't miss a good Keister story.
Yeah, because he can't miss a good joint in the park. Is it when he medicates with the medical stuff out in the parking lot? Is it a
I don't know.
Is it a bowl? Is it a joint? Is it?
I don't know.
Shut up.
Just shut up. What? Listen.
Here's Pat.
All right.
Hey, Pat.
Oh, Pat. Hang on one sec. You know what? Let me do Pat first here because Pat's got to get back to traffic. Hey, I was just curious. I isolated a chunk of audio here. We just played your traffic report a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I had a question for you because there was a little bit of a yuckity-yuck giggle. And I was just curious. Here, listen to this from your traffic report just a few minutes ago. Pat George, our traffic guy, listen.
Malfunction Junction looks good.
Malfunction. So what prompted the yuckity-yuck in the traffic report?
It just pops out every now and then.
Just an occasional, a random, just a breakout yuckity-yuck?
Yes, yeah.
Pat, I think I know what it is.
What?
You were watching those videos that you let my girls watch the other day. Bon Bon the monkey.
No, I was watching a video that Froggy posted.
Yeah.
Of him?
Of MJ dancing?
Malfunction Junction looks good.
One more time. Let me hear that again.
Malfunction Junction looks good.
Malfunction.
Well, we're not supposed to have any humor in traffic.
No,
Nothing's going on.
I just wanted to know if.
By the way, we have a problem on the Howard Franklin right now.
Oh,
But Pat's not
There'd be no
going to laugh
laughing on
about
that.
that.
Right.
He's not
There'd be
going to
no
laugh about
laughing.
that. He's going to laugh when it's good.
What's the problem on the Howard?
Well, it looks
front?
like an accident on the St. Pete side of the hump.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah,
And that's north or south?
It's headed into Pinellas County.
So southbound
Or
275.
westbound.
No, there's no westbound. It's a north-south interstate.
It is, but you
It's
are
westbound.
but you are technically driving west if
But
you're
look at
going.
this
The
guy.
sign says south.
Yeah, if you're going 275 south and you're on the Howard Franklin Bridge, you're going virtually due west.
Dude, I
Right.
cut my teeth doing awful traffic reports. I know how to
Guy
give a
that
bad
drives
one.
a bridge
All
with
right.
no gas.
All right, so yeah, exactly. So that was just that was like a pop-up store. That was a pop-up yuckity yuck
Right.
in the one more time.
Malfunction Junction looks good.
Malfunction junction.
If you think about it, malfunction junction is a funny word.
Exactly. Thank you,
All
Roxanne.
right, thank you, Pat. I appreciate it.
We love you,
Thank you.
Patty.
All right, so Pat George, our traffic guy. All right, Froggy.
See you there, Pat.
All right,
When it's bad traffic, he should be like on the malfunction junction.
There's a double
Just be sad.
fatality coming off of the interstate.
or maybe you can start hitting
Traffic's not looking good.
Yeah, you got an overturned watermelon truck. oh.
So I spoke to an EMS guy years and years and years ago.
Right.
How many years?
Like,
Years and
honestly, like 20 years ago. And he told me that
Yeah.
he discovered our show when he was responding to a car accident.
And we were blaring out of the speakers while somebody's all incapacitated, missing a head.
They're bringing the person was alive,
Okay,
but they're
good.
bringing out the jaws of life,
Right, to extricate them.
and you're playing like a crotchety old man.
Call.
Are you serious?
Yes. He's like, oh man, I've been listening to you guys for years. I'm like, thanks. He goes, I was like, when'd you first listen? He goes, oh, you were not going to believe it. They told me the whole story, how he was an EMS guy. He responds there, and he wasn't the guy with the jaws of life. He's like the ambulance guy, but they're waiting for the jaws of life, and they're sitting there, and they're trying to make this person feel better. And then out of the speakers of the radio, oh, thank God you. He's like, and we're here trying not. Him and his partner are trying not to laugh,
Right.
While this person's in,
Like
we're having the worst
all-
day of their life.
all crumpled in like a cocoon with the car all crushed around them, and they're waiting to extract them from the car, and we're blaring out of the speakers.
And he's like, I've been listening ever since, dude. And I'm
That's
like,
funny.
Thank you, man.
That's very funny. All right, Froggy, the Keister story, because you always just gravitate to the Keister. I mean,
I
that's
just think the keister's a funny word.
that's the ween, the Keister. Those are all you just gravitate to those very low points.
Wiener. Yes.
Exactly.
He likes what he likes.
All right,
man.
now, as I said just a few minutes ago when I was teasing this, I don't do very many foreign stories here on the MJ Morning Show because there's just too much good local and domestic crap to do. But when I saw this, I'm like, this is right up Froggy's story. It's an up the keister story.
Right up my alley, huh? My keister alley.
Yeah.
A flight attendant was arrested for smuggling a kilo of gold in their rectum.
How much is a kilo?
That's 2.2 pounds. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Whoa.
That is quite a...
Metric system
Oh.
to U.S., a kilo is
Yeah.
always 2.2.
I believe this is India, but can you please bring up the Google map?
Sure.
Talking
And
about
just-
trying to get a square peg in a round hole.
Ouch.
Well, it depends on the shape of the gold.
Don't they come in bars?
Yeah, unless you
Yeah.
have a goldsmith hammer it out.
Or melt it down to like a bullet shaped.
It would, or like hot dog shaped or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You know, like a hot dog shaped gold
Yeah,
ingots.
I like melting them down to suppositories.
So,
Like you said.
Fester, this was a flight from Muscat to Kannur, which I believe is in India. So the flight attendant was arrested because they were smuggling 2.2 pounds of gold up their butt.
Now, we know if you're, say, for example, smuggling heroin up your butt or cocaine up your butt and the bags break or something, I mean, chances are you're going to die with that much, right?
Yeah.
What does gold do to your body, I wonder? Not good for you.
It enriches you.
It enriches you.
Yeah, it does.
It's a mineral.
If you have gold flakes that come off in your butt, I think you're going to survive that.
Muscat
Yeah,
is Oman's port capital. It sits on the Gulf of Oman.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, so I'm totally wrong. You know what it is? The story came out of New Delhi, India, and I think it might have been an Indian airline where this story's from.
It doesn't matter where it's from. This story breaks all borders.
Oh, it does. Yeah, gold up the yeah.
Regular.
Oh, and you think it was a man or a woman? Who do you think?
I'm thinking Jackie Brown the whole way.
So let's see if we can get an agreement in the room. You think this was a male flight attendant or a female flight attendant with 2.2 pounds of gold up the keister?
It's got to be a man.
What would you guess?
Or a pro's pro. It could be a woman.
I think only a man would have
no.
a keister for it.
All right, Froggy,
no.
you say man. Incorrect. So there's obviously just one. It was a woman. It was a female flight attendant with 2.2 pounds of gold.
So it was leaving Oman, but flying over the Arabian Sea to India.
Okay, there
So it
we
landed
go.
in India.
All right.
Fun, locked up abroad.
All right, so Muscat is Oman, and
Yes.
then landing in Kannur, that's India?
Yes, according to the Google.
All right.
Why would anybody? All you have to do is watch Locked Up Abroad, and you will never try this. It is horrifying.
I just thought that was an amazing story, too. I mean, it's not like a little 1 ounce ingot. 2.2, a kilo of gold up the.
Yeah. Very specific amount.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, now, we have a Florida city that is among the top move-out cities. Do you know what a move-out city is?
Yeah, it's when you don't want to live there anymore, so you pack up and go somewhere else.
Must be.
Well, it's more than that. It's like, isn't it like where like decade over decade, like the population is just dropping and suddenly there's like, less people moving in?
I think both answers are correct. So,
All right.
yeah, Roxanne,
Good job, guys.
It's not a tough ask. What is a move-out city? But you're right. There's a list of U.S. cities that rank among the top places where people are just getting the hell out. Get out. What movie was that? Was there some movie where there was like some? Was that the Amityville Horror, or
Probably.
or was that the book or the movie? Get out.
There was a movie named Get Out in 2017.
Was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
There's a Billy Joel song, "Moving Out." I don't hear it that often on Q105, but I always like that one.
I move that out.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think some of the older Billy Joel stuff kind of stands out like a sore thumb these days on the station, but that's a whole different story. And I like Billy Joel.
Hey, still rock and roll to
Yeah,
me.
it's still rock and roll. Anyway. So, wow, this is pretty high. I'm looking at the latest move-out list, and this comes from Pods. Pods, the
Storage deal.
yeah, the big storage container company, and they have compiled their data, and it shows which places have the most pack up and get the hell out of town. And on the list is a Florida city. Do you know which Florida city? I've got the top 20. Top 20 move outs. Number 20 is Minneapolis. Number 19, Northern Jersey, like just outside of New York City. Bakersfield, California, which is that's a dump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fresno, Portland, Hartford, Connecticut, Baltimore, Boston, Denver, Santa Barbara. Why are people moving out of Santa Barbara?
Yeah, Santa Barbara's gorgeous,
Well,
but it's probably very expensive.
Is Oprah such a bitch on wheels there? Oh, I'm sorry. She's in Montecito. I'm sorry.
But why are people moving out of Denver? I always
Yeah.
thought Denver was kind of like a destination city
Yeah.
for people
It's-
from the coast.
It's overrun by drugs now.
You know what? Downtown Denver's a mess because we were in downtown Denver maybe a year ago. We were, and there were like tents all over the sidewalks
Yeah.
and the homeless encampments. It's really kind of messy in Denver. Let's see. All right, so I don't need the rest of the list here, but number 3 on the list is what caught my attention. What Florida city is number 3 in the United States on people moving out, getting out?
I'm going to guess Miami because it's so expensive.
That is correct.
What?
Yeah, Miami.
What a guess.
Yep, Miami's on
Thank
the big
you.
old move-out list. And that's according to Pods, which I believe was founded right here.
It's a Clearwater-based company.
Yeah, Pods was. I've got. You want to hear a story?
Please?
Yeah.
I've got a neighbor of mine put $50,000 into Pods in the beginning.
It's over. Check, please.
Made a couple of million.
Yeah, about
Good
that.
for him.
Seriously,
Yeah.
a neighbor
Wow.
put $50,000 into Pods, which started right here in the Tampa Bay area. And neighbor made a couple of million on a $50,000 investment. That's a good deal, huh? How about that one?
Wow.
It started in 98 in Clearwater.
Yep, there you go.
Unbelievable.
There you have it. And then as far as the top move-in cities, let's see if anything Florida's on this list. Yeah, I don't know if Orlando's number 18. Ocala's number 2. Yeah, so Ocala, just north of us, is number 2 on the move-in list.
What's the appeal?
Everyone wants to be close to John Travolta.
But, you know,
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I've had several friends who've moved to the Ocala area, and
Yeah.
there's land there. It's
Yeah.
not terribly overrun by traffic.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it has all of the things you need to have a reasonable town.
The Florida things.
We're moving out at some point.
Oh, where are you going to go there, buddy?
Michelle has some ideas.
Oh, yeah, you're going to move to a farm, right?
Well, Michelle has some ideas, but I don't think we're
Listen,
Yeah.
MJ's alpacas is. I mean, I'll come to visit. Listen,
Yeah, all right. So there you go. The top move in and move outs and Miami. People want that. Let me tell you right now. I don't like going to South Florida. I do not like going down to Miami. My brother and parents, they live in Fort Lauderdale, and the drivers you think the drivers are bad here? The driving over there is awful. And people are terrible. I don't like the vibe. I got to be honest. The whole East Coast Florida vibe, really from probably Fort Lauderdale down. I'm not into the vibe. It's not my cup of tea. All right, 6:33 at the MJ Morning Show as we are well on our way to a spectacular Wednesday edition. I've got a great pile of early morons in the news next. Hey, you've got during this month of June to save on sale. MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 641. Time for Morons in the News, which we do at this time every single morning. But first, though, I just had contact with Dave Legeretta. You know,
I hate that guy.
Oh,
Come on.
because when we play Make Dave Laugh, Roxanne cannot make Dave laugh
No, I
every single time.
Make Dave laugh and you could win, but you don't get no money. You will bust a cackle and grin if he thinks you're funny.
All right, Dave clearly knows what's great radio and what to listen to in the morning. So let me. It doesn't work for the other company anymore.
Wait, are we actually doing this right now with Dave?
No. He just texted me.
Okay.
Okay.
Dave heard our Keister story with the flight attendant with the 2.2 pounds of a whole kilo of gold up the flight attendant's butt as part of a smuggle job. And Dave just sent me a text, which, listen, I'm just going to appease Dave. We know this, but Dave wants to tell us something. And I love Dave Legeretta anyway. So
All right.
he now works for the city of Tampa.
Okay. In the keystering department? I mean, what does he do?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. I shouldn't hate Dave. I think he gave me a laugh at the end of the last time that we did it. I think he gave me one laugh.
Did you get one laugh?
Yeah,
With-
so okay.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Dave.
Hello, Dave speaking.
Hello, Dave. It's MJ Fester.
Good morning.
MJ Fester. I can't even get the damn thing out. He's already laughing. It's MJ Fester, Froggy, Roxanne. Hey, Dave.
Yay, good morning. I loved your topic this morning.
Oh, you love the gold up the keister story?
Yes, the keystering.
Yeah. Hey, so you texted me, and I just wanted to call you because it's always great to have you on. But you texted me, and you said, you texted concealing something up your butt is called keystering.
Yes.
For real. Now, we knew
For real.
that. Yeah, we knew that. Froggy uses that quite a bit.
Yeah.
In fact,
not literally
Does it, or you
used
say
stuff.
uses it?
No, I don't keister things.
you know what?
I just like the word.
Guess what? Froggy recently keistered a garden hoe up there.
One of those collapsible ones, or just regular.
No, regular, Dave, full size.
Hey, Dave, are you still with the city of Tampa?
Yes, I still am.
All right,
I'm up here at Greco.
fantastic. Anyway, Dave, it's always great to have you on. Are you up for another Make Dave Laugh segment in the next week or so?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right, that's awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dave Legeretta, who was with us when we were over at Dave. Were you there with J-Core back in the early days?
Yeah, I was back there. I guess '98, back when Dave Reinhardt was running the show.
Oh yeah, yep.
Lisa, my wife, she tells me you guys used to harass Dave so much. Sometimes she'd be all for it, and other times she's like, "Oh my God, these boys are driving me crazy."
Dave Reinhardt was a phenomenal general manager back, J-Core, then to Clear Channel, then it became iHeart, and they fired you because they moved into some sterile office building, right?
Yeah, I wasn't relevant anymore.
Well, because listen, on Gandy, that huge complex that we had on Gandy, I mean, we needed a physical plant manager. That's what you did. But then they left that place, and it's like an abandoned. What's going on with that place?
I think it's going to be
still
like
closed. They want to redevelop it. This company, this real estate company, and I think they're getting ready to start on the old Macy's site. But I think some of their plans fell through.
Yeah, something happened because I think they paid like $7 or $8 million for the.
They got ruined. I mean, eventually they're going to get their money, but
Yeah, we're talking about on Gandy, where the old radio complex is, and they moved out of there. And we don't work for them anymore. We work for Beasley Media now, and some company paid them like $7 or $8 million. Wasn't that the number, like $7 or $8 million?
It was a big number, and they had all these. I think what it was, the Macy's people told me that their plan was too high density, and it got turned down, and that's why it's been years, and everything's still sitting.
Yeah, because the old Macy's furniture. And then all the way over to that vacant lot, and then the old iHeart complex. There were reports they wanted to put in like tons of mixed use, retail, and tons of apartments back in there. And you're saying that it got turned down because it was too high density for the road area?
The Macy's folks said yes. Yeah, they were upset. It says they were told it was too high density, and I think they're going to go with some sort of warehouse deal. Like you see in areas like out past Brandon or Plant City, those big. They're modern.
Yeah, I tell you, why don't we put another Amazon fulfillment center there?
Yeah, City Tampa will love that.
Happening.
Yeah. All right, Dave Legeretta, great to have you on, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, y'all take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All
Bye,
right.
Dave.
Yeah. Yeah. Roxanne's not a fan of Dave because with Make Dave Laugh, we just come up with a word or a phrase. It's got to be it's one word or a two-word phrase or item, and it's Make Dave Laugh. And you just blurt something out and see if you can make Dave laugh. And I'm like at 100%. Fester's at 100%. Froggy's at 100%. And whatever Roxanne spewed, Dave wouldn't laugh. And I'm sorry. I can't help that.
Not everybody's good at it.
Yeah, he doesn't like my spewings.
Some people were born with Make Dave Laugh skills.
All right. Early morons in the news. Let's do it.
Hey, can I ask a keister question before we get to that?
No, we're not going to have time for morons in the news.
Okay,
All right,
maybe it's an off-the-air keister question. I'm going to be honest.
What's your keister question?
Is the definition of keister, is it just up the butt, or if it applies to a woman, is it either place?
No. Oh,
No.
what? No, the keister.
Wow, that was an off-the-air question.
Whoa.
Answer on the board. Right in the butt.
Survey says. No, keisters, it just refers to the butt.
Okay, I didn't know. I just read
Keister doesn't mean up the
I see.
keister is just the butt.
Okay.
Just like that guy from Wheel of Fortune last week.
Yeah, they're right in the butt.
Right in
Yes.
the butt.
Okay. I just read this book, Million Lives of Mama Love, or Many Lives, and she's in jail, and people keister things in jail, but they do it in a different place. But I guess it's not. I guess there's a different term for that.
No, that would not be. Keister is the butt.
See, I didn't know.
And like, what are top prison keister items? Like
Drugs.
cell phones, drugs.
Shanks.
Yes, weapons, but that would hurt. And
Depends.
Other jailbaits.
Sporting goods.
mhm.
Yeah. Right. Need some new
Like a
bocce-
hockey stick.
Yeah. Right. Need
Yeah.
some pucks.
By the way, here's the Wheel of Fortune audio bit from last week. Hey Andrew, I don't need this. I need.
This is a great song.
Andrew, I need the up the butt guy. Here it is.
Can I have a key? K?
All right, here we go.
Everybody grab those devices. Let's do it. Our first toss-up is worth $1,000. Category is phrase, and off we go. Tavares, right in the butt? What? No.
What? Right.
Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Yeah, big difference between right in the butt and this is the best.
Well, you know what? He put a comma in it, and it's one sentence.
Oh boy. Well, guess what? We have no time for early morons in the news now.
But look how much more we know about the definition of keister.
Very good.
Well,
The other definition is called body packing.
is that what it
thank you.
is?
Yeah,
See?
I'm just just the Google.
I was just about to ask Roxanne, can you do some quick research?
Lester beat me to it.
So up the butt is keistering,
Yes.
but with a woman, if something goes somewhere else, that's called body packing.
Boy, that's a way of putting
Ow.
lipstick on a pig. That sounds so like harmless, right? I'm just body packing.
Body
No big
packing,
deal.
body
You know what?
pushing.
That's how you get away from like the limitations on carry-on baggage
Yeah.
Yeah.
on airlines.
Yes.
So you've got a lot of time. You get your carry-on bag, and then you get your personal item. And if you have
Overflow.
need for more, then you can do some body packing as
Yeah.
well. Well, listen, when it comes to that, you have people that will like layer themselves in 9 layers of clothing and walk on like the Michelin tire man. But I've seen crackdowns. I've seen numerous times where people are walking on, they got a little wheelie bag, then they have like a purse, and then they might have something else. And I've seen the flight attendant say, nope, only 2 items. I've seen them put people aside and say, hey, you got to consolidate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, 6:51. Yes, Fester.
I just found a fantastic article that's titled "Just Because Something Fits Doesn't Mean It Should Go There," and it goes down all the lists of things that in 2017 that people were busted for smuggling in that part of the body at JFK Airport.
Wow.
Wow.
It's-
Loaded guns,
Oh.
Rolexes,
my-
marijuana pipes, lighters, money, cell phones, cigarettes,
Cigarette-
makeups, fireworks.
Jeez.
Fireworks
Alcohol.
up the woo, really?
A black cat right up the.
My
One woman
God.
had $10,000 bound in duct tape.
Oh my
Why,
God.
why are you putting a cell phone up there? Like, why do you need to hide a cell phone?
Vibrate.
All right, 6:52. I'm just ending this
Gross.
here. 6:52. Maybe it wants to play Wordle.
Yeah.
You know.
Ooh, that reminds me.
All right, quick break. Let me push morons in the news into the next segment. How about that?
Let's.
And then other things among the content next. Don't move here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Oh, and I'm going to make a very rare appearance this weekend. I'll give you details next. A very rare appearance from me, MJ, this Saturday. So I'll explain coming up in just a bit. Garage door. I've got a massive problem with this item. And it is very, very, very local, by the way. All right, welcome back, folks. 7 o'clock hour starts right now. And, of course, part of the 7 o'clock hour is the hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. And that's going to start in about 25 minutes or so, where we go for an hour and 20 minutes nonstop. Hey, I've got an appearance coming up this weekend. It's like not really a formal appearance. They asked me to stop by, and I said, absolutely. I'm going to go to the Cake Girls' 5th anniversary of their brick and mortar store, which is up on Northdale Mabry. Yeah, 14851 Northdale Mabry. So the Cake Girl, they're having a big celebration, and it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's all day this Saturday, and they're inviting you to come on by. Enjoy, a whole lot of fun, prizes, free treats, famous mini cupcakes. Just pop on in. A variety of sweets, just a big old Saturday celebration. And they're going to have this Saturday from 10 to 6. So I just kind of have to pick. Like, if you were to guess,
Yes.
what time do you think that would be good for me to show up for an hour or so? What time do you think that should be?
Well, you don't want to show up right when it starts.
No, I'm not going to do it right at 10 a.m.
And
but
you don't want to do it at the end because
Right.
then people have started to leave. And how long did you say it went until? I'm sorry.
It's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So what
Oh,
time do you think
okay.
I should? I have an idea when I'm going to show up.
I think you should get there about 12:30.
I'm going to get there at 12 noon.
Okay.
So I will be, folks. If you want to say hello, I don't do a lot of appearances. But I will this Saturday. So this Saturday at 12 noon, I will be at the Cake Girls location, Northdale Mabry in Tampa, 14851. Just look for thecakegirl.com online and get the address there. But I am Jay, and I'll see if I can drag Michelle out. Maybe I'll see if Chloe wants to go as well. Maybe, but I'll definitely be there. So 12 noon on Saturday, this Saturday, 12 noon, come see me at the Cake Girls spot. And I'll hang out for an hour or so. We'll see how things go. But I'd love to meet you.
For an hour? How nice.
Well, Froggy, why don't you show up as well?
Maybe I will.
Maybe you should. Why don't you bless us for an hour as well?
Maybe I shall.
I got a local item here. I mean, very local, right here in St. Petersburg, where our studios are located. Oh, I have a studio update coming up as well. Remind me.
All right.
I saw you chatting with Chris, the engineer, the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, he's bugging all the engineers. I saw him outside bugging the people delivering the stuff. You're like, what are you doing?
Why are you going?
'Cause that's what you were doing. You were bothering the delivery guys.
All of the new equipment.
Not bothering, but you were in the way.
Harassing.
Well, I should say a lot of the new equipment arrived via FedEx freight on pallets the other day. So all of the new control boards and, I mean, finally the stuff has arrived because, you know, the stuff we have now could die at any moment and take us off the air because this place has been neglected since like 2010.
And how do you feel about the new stuff?
The new stuff was I got what I wanted. You know,
Good.
yeah, I got the console that I wanted here
got
for
yours.
the Q105 studio. That's what I care about. All right, so listen. We got some early morons in the news because we didn't get to it in the last segment. Listen to this dude. This guy here in St. Pete was put into the back of a St. Petersburg police car. Why? Because he was vandalizing. He was spray painting. All right. And this guy's a Weisenheimer, okay? So this guy was put into the back of a St. Pete police car, and cops said, what is your name? Do you have ID? The dude says, my name is Mr. Monopoly.
Oh, did he have a little monocle?
I'm looking at his mugshot, and he is clearly not Mr. Monopoly. He doesn't have a top hat. He doesn't have the cane and the monocle either. All right? What a liar, Mr. Monopoly. You are not Mr. Monopoly.
Mr. Monopoly is class personified.
And then he told officers that he was born on 4/20/69.
Oh, come on.
So
What are you doing on those days?
he's got the marijuana thing. He's got a little sex thing going on. He's
Clever chat.
He's Mr. Monopoly, born on 4/20/69.
I tell you what, he's gonna be popular in jail.
Yeah. Anyway, this dude, his name is Ryan Howard. 33 years old, was arrested last Saturday night for spray painting a wall here in St. Pete. You know what? 33 years old and you're out spray painting walls on a Saturday night?
Is he Banksy?
Yeah, right?
When St. Pete police showed up, he had a bag slung over his shoulder containing spray paint cans that the officers could clearly see. The cop said, hey, you have to identify yourself. And then initially he clammed up. He wouldn't say anything. And he was detained for a while. And then he said, my name is Mr. Monopoly. And my date of birth is 4/20/69. Anyway, he was subsequently identified as this Ryan Howard because he had a Maine driver's license.
So where did they take him after they arrested him?
He didn't pass go. He didn't collect $200, and he went directly to jail.
Wait, and where was his address? Did you tell us his address?
Yeah, he lived on Atlantic Avenue.
No,
Baltic.
The Baltic.
Baltic.
Yeah, what's the cheapest one? Is Baltic?
Yeah, Baltic is the worst.
Baltic's the cheapest monopoly. That's where he
Not
was.
Park Avenue.
Yeah. Or Boardwalk.
Or Boardwalk, yeah.
The Boardwalk's the most expensive, then Park. Yeah. He wasn't on, Ventnor Place or whatever. Right?
I always like the thimble. Did you guys like the thimble when you played Monopoly? That was my go-to piece.
Yeah, I like the dog or the
car. I like the car.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
car. I think
Because I
Okay.
like to go vroom, vroom down the board.
Yeah, there you go.
It's fun.
Anyway, so he was charged with criminal mischief, charged with resisting for providing the cops with a fake name and date of birth at first, Mr. Monopoly. Jeez. Anyway, he was released from custody after he posted a $1,000 bond, Mr. Monopoly. What, 33 years old, and you're out spray painting walls here in St. Pete on a Saturday night.
33 years old, and you think of Mr. Monopoly? That's like the oldest game ever. I would never have come up with that for a fake name.
All right. Hey, do me a favor, peeps. Don't leave your dogs in a hot car. The latest now is some total schmuck leaving a dog in a hot U-Haul.
Oh, you know what we are? Me and my girls, we're the parking paw patrol.
Really?
Parking lot paw patrol.
Hold on. So you guys cruise parking lots just looking for people that leave dogs in their vehicles?
And kids.
Do you guys have do you have a window punch?
Yeah, I was just going to say, you guys got window punches?
Yeah, you guys need Froggy. Yeah. Can you imagine?
Can you acquire one for me? Yes.
Roxanne, I have 2 in my car.
Do you? Oh, good. Okay.
I've got the hammer version, the one that's shaped like a hammer with the pointed metal tip.
Is that if you go into the water? Is that one help you get out of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they're inside the car, and if you drive, let's say, off the Howard Franklin Bridge.
Oh, you're prepared.
And
okay.
you can't get out because the water is keeping the doors, or maybe the electrical system failed. You can't roll down the window.
Yeah.
In the center console, I've got a couple of punch devices. We got the hammer punch in order to just smash the window out, but we also have the one, it's kind of a small device, and you push it up against the glass, and it's spring loaded.
Ooh, okay.
And it punches the glass. So what you need to, Froggy, I'm telling you, this is a video bit. Roxanne and her little girls, they cruise like
punching windows.
They cruise like Big Lots and Home Depot.
Oh yeah,
and Winn-Dixie parking lots. And they look for idiots that left dogs in the car, and you guys just smash the windows out to free the dogs.
Or,
and legally you're protected.
Right.
You're a hero.
You are. Fessa, look that up. Here in Florida, seriously, there's like a Good Samaritan deal. If you see a kid in a hot car and the kid is sweating profusely and is in danger of like heat stroke, or if there's an animal in the vehicle, you are legally protected. You find it?
I think so.
Yeah, here we go. If you see a child or dog trapped in a hot car, keep this in mind while breaking the window. Florida law grants legal immunity to Good Samaritans who break through a car window to rescue a person or animal under certain conditions.
Well, I have to know what those conditions are.
Well, it probably can't be a 45-degree day in late December. All right, that's what I'm.
What if we rescue a stuffed animal from a car and we don't realize that it's not actually a living animal? Bust through the window.
Yeah, so this is what, a Channel 10 piece?
Oh, here are the conditions.
Yeah, read the conditions.
Can the person or animal exit themselves?
If not, continue reading.
Do you have a reasonable belief the person or animal is suffering?
Yes.
If yes, keep going.
Call 911 before entering the car.
Oh, so first you have to call authorities.
Yeah, so
if you've done that,
then you can break the window.
But use no more force than necessary.
Okay.
And stay with the person or animal in a safe spot near the car
until authorities arrive.
Right.
So there you go.
Okay.
So you do have, in most cases, legal immunity. If you see a dog or a baby or a kid in a hot car, you can smash the window. So I think this is a new. They want all kinds of video hits around here, and Roxanne and her kids just cruising parking lots, June, July, August. You guys go out on Saturdays and Sundays for hours at a time.
Just get a baseball bat and start smashing windows.
I'll get you I'll get you the special tool so you can smash the window when you spot a dog or a baby inside.
Perfect.
You know what?
Yeah.
The actual window break's not the best part. It's the confrontation when the person gets back, and Roxanne is just her uber polite self. Oh, hey. Hi. I broke your window and saved your dog.
Even though they ran in for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, the story that I saw, though, is cops. This is over on the other side of the state. This is New Smyrna Beach. And some idiot left a puppy inside a locked U-Haul while the owners went to the beach. Can you imagine that? You leave your dog in the car while you go to the beach? This is just last weekend. The dog had been inside the U-Haul moving truck with the windows cracked slightly for over an hour without any water, according to the New Smyrna police. The outside temp was 86. No cloud cover, so the temperature inside the vehicle was easily over 100 degrees. Video of the rescue shows the New Smyrna Beach police officer giving dog water through a cracked window. Then another officer came and asked the dog if he wanted a Slim Jim.
What'd the dog say? Yes.
Now, is that the edible Slim Jim, or is that the little metal Slim Jim rod to pop the lock?
Gotta be the Slim Jim.
Yeah, on actual body cam audio. Did you bring that up?
I think I have
Yeah,
it.
on body cam audio, you can hear the cop saying, "Oh, hello, little baby. You want a Slim Jim?"
Aw.
I roll the audio. Here you go. Listen. Oh man, the dog is panting. Listen to the dog. Oh my God! This is body cam from this New Smyrna. The dog is like in this. Here, give me the.
This thing's so thirsty.
The dog is like drinking water
You want
through.
your Slim Jim?
Oh, right there. Roll that back. Roll that
You
back.
want your Slim Jim? Probably can reach. This thing's so thirsty.
Giving the dog water.
Do you want your Slim Jim? Do you want your Slim Jim? Probably can reach in there.
Is that officer doing baby talk to the dog?
Yeah, he is.
Baby puppy talk. You want a Slim Jim?
Hey.
Yeah.
You like us, huh?
Doing baby talk to the doggy.
What's taking these officers so long to bust this window out?
Yeah. And the dog was safely removed from the U-Haul. According to police, the dog owners were both charged, and the case has been referred to the state attorney over in whatever county, New Smyrna Beach. It's Volusia, right? Volusia County, New Smyrna Beach, I think. Yeah. Listen, don't leave your dog or kids in the car, because Roxanne and her kids are going to be cruising parking lots all summer long, smashing out your window.
Oh, yes, we are.
I love it. 7:14.
The parking lot Paw Patrol. Look for us.
I love it. I'll provide the tool.
Okay.
I'll give you the window smash tool. Man, I can't wait for the first one. Can't wait to post the first video. All right, 7, and I think, if you like even see a bag of dog food in the car, I think you bust the window out.
Yeah, perfect. A dog toy, a dog bone, anything.
Yeah,
it's a sign.
just assume there's a dog in the car.
Under the seat.
I just smash the windows out. All right, 7:15 at the MJ Morning Show. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ coming up. Want to talk about butt dials? That's going to be at 7:45. Remember, we start an hour and 20 minutes nonstop next. No music, no commercials. An hour and 20 minutes nonstop next. So stand by. Also, Roxanne has drafted a letter to send to Joe Exotic to try to get him on the show for a particular reason. I will proofread that on the air. Man, I'm looking. We got so much stuff. Oh, the Target story. People think the Target is selling satanic children's merchandise. Folks, hang on. We got a lot of stuff to set straight next. Don't move. Hour, 20 minutes of and I got a little vacation dilemma coming up. We got a lot of stuff coming up here in moments on the MJ Morning Show. Making a move. Do not...
Herman is on your side. Your side. Hal Herman's headlines. Tampa Bay's most trusted source for news. Fox News blows. For the facts, Hal Herman knows. Screw CNN. Hal Herman is the most trusted name in news. MSNBC has crabs. Hal Herman has the real news.
It is 7:26 at the MJ Morning Show, and, well, I'm very disappointed because we were supposed to have Hal Herman headlines today, but Hal Herman will not be making it today. I'm told that Hal Herman should be in tomorrow with Hal Herman headlines. Apparently, Hal Herman was on a vodka and cocaine bender last night.
Ouch.
And Froggy's not back in the studio yet, so he might... Oh, here he comes. I was going to say, I think Froggy might be out on a vodka and cocaine bender himself. All right. So Hal Herman is confirmed for tomorrow?
I think so. If he ever wakes up. He's in a coma right now.
I don't know if Hal is the right kind of moral character we want for this show.
He's not real, right?
Yeah, you know that Hal Herman's Froggy, right? Yeah.
You figured that out?
Did you know that?
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. Did you know
Really?
that? Hey, before I move into a whole variety of issues here on the MJ Morning Show, like, is Target selling satanic devil worship kids clothes?
What's up with that?
Hang on. Man, the crap people see and believe on the internets, man. The internets. First, though, can I don't know if this is for air, but listen, if I hear it, it's for air. That's my rule.
Uh-oh.
What is this conversation that, Roxanne, you were just having with Fester on some kind of tea that you drank and now you're dying?
Yeah.
What?
So,
You okay talking about this?
sure.
Well,
I mean, I'll maybe only have a few hours left to live.
What happened?
Oh, no.
Well, I bought this tea, this root, and it's called astragalus root. And I bought it.
What?
I don't know. Late night, shopping
Hold
on Amazon.
Were you watching late night television? And
Yeah, I mean, it was just late night shopping.
so you bought, what's the root called?
Astragalus.
You
Astragalus.
bought astragalus root.
Yes. And I bought it like 2 months ago. And it was one of those packages that arrived and got shoved somewhere. So I just found it last week. And I was like, oh,
Was it keistered?
No, no,
let's
it
hope.
didn't. It was in a big container. So no.
Delivered the normal way.
Yes.
How much was the, is it, how do you spell the damn thing?
astragalus. Astragalus.
So why did you buy astragalus root?
And I can tell you when I bought it. I
And
bought
then,
it on May 1st.
And we all want to know.
What happened?
Yeah. So I started taking it Monday, and I said, Doug makes me my tea in the morning. I was like, throw some of this astragalus in there. I forgot why I bought it.
What is astragalus root supposed to do for you?
Okay, I didn't look it up. I just said put it in there.
Sounds like a strangulation is what it sounds like to me. Go ahead.
It does. So yesterday I was having the worst pelvic pain ever, and then just doubled over.
Like
and
you
then,
were having a baby or something?
like just lower pelvic pain.
Okay.
And then last night I couldn't sleep, and I'm going to different rooms in the house to try to find a comfortable position.
Oh, do you think it's the astragalus root?
Yeah, and I think that it must be. Doug's like, the only thing you've been doing differently is this herb stuff.
Astragalus.
Yeah.
Why do you get suckered into all these herbs?
Well,
and
that's the
do you
problem.
take like blue-green algae pills and that kind of stuff?
Every morning I take Calera. What you're talking about, Calera. It's in a chopped up powder that I take. And
Whoa.
not Calera. What is it? It's the blue-green algae you're talking about.
Cholera.
Cholera,
You
thank
take,
you.
Yeah, you take cholera every day.
The only herb I like is
All right,
herb
so
Alpert.
Astragalus
It's not a herb, it's herb. And
like
and cholera is a disease.
I like
I
herb
know.
Alpert.
When I said that, I'm like, that doesn't sound right. That's a disease.
You're not
Yeah,
taking
I don't have a
cholera
fever.
pills, okay? Oh my God, what am I working with here? All right, go ahead.
So organic astragalus tea.
Uh-huh.
It boosts your immune system.
It comes
Yeah.
from the hemlock.
Does
No,
it?
I'm kidding. No, it does. I
but
just
it does
made
have,
that up.
as I'm doing this deep dive, trying to figure out what it might be doing to me
Why are
and
you
why
putting?
I bought it.
Why are you putting all this crazy crap in your body?
Because I bought it on May 1st when I was having a glass of wine late at night, and I don't remember why. But there
You were
was
drunk.
a specific
You were
reason.
drunk shopping, and you bought a strangulation route.
There's
And now
gotta be,
now it's strangling your pelvis.
yeah, there's got to be a reason why I purchased it, a benefit, and I can't figure
Were
it
you
out.
feeling sick because it helps prevent colds by boosting your immune system?
No.
It clears up upper respiratory infections. It lowers blood pressure.
No.
It treats
No.
diabetes. It
No.
protects your liver.
Says who?
Says probably
Some pitch guy on TV at 2:30 in the morning, or what?
It's been used in Chinese medicine for centuries,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
Chinese medicine, it's all overrated.
Yeah.
Acupuncture's a racket.
I mean, we should really stick with big pharma only. Just take whatever pill they give us.
May alleviate side effects of chemotherapy. It wasn't for that reason, thankfully. Kidney fun. I don't know why I bought it. I have no idea. And now I think it's killing me.
You are so susceptible to like whims and just weird stuff.
Jesus.
Whoa,
I'm
you're
sorry.
passionate about
I'm
this.
sorry, but
You're talking to
saying
me like
she's
in
a
real
rube?
life. Yeah, am I rube?
Kind of a rube. That's okay.
I'm
a rube.
I'm just saying, why do you get suckered into like just putting like potions and stews and
My
a
body
nat-
is a
it's
science experiment.
It's a natural herb that's been used for thousands of years. Roxanne's having a pelvic side effect.
But now
Yeah.
you think that the astragalus root tea that you're drinking is like poisoning. Maybe it's
Well-
like laced with arsenic. Maybe you got heavy metal poisoning.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. But
maybe your astragalus was raised in a field full of pesticides.
Like Roundup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
Maybe it was
Yeah.
sprayed with Roundup.
guess what's in this cup?
Maybe you got mesothelioma as well.
Oof.
And you drank
Mesophilia.
and you drank Camp Lejeune water.
Well, if you make your tea with that Camp Lejeune water, it gives that little extra zip.
Oh
Gives
my
But,
you a
but
little more energy.
guess what's in this cup?
astragalus
Yeah,
root.
I'm gonna try it
So
one more
wait,
time.
Wait, you think that it's causing you pelvic pain and you're continuing to drink?
Just want to try it one more time just to
My
see if this is it.
The hell's happening here? I have no idea what's happening. Unbelievable. All right. So the crap that people believe on the internet, there is so much garbage. There is so much crap, so much fake news, so much misinformation on TikTok, which is like the worst. Instagram Reels, the stuff that, you know what's sad? Is so much of Generation Z and even a lot of the millennials, but listen, it even creeps into Gen X as well. People that rely on undocumented, unconfirmed, random sources for their news. And the people that are getting their daily dose of what they think is happening from TikTok and Instagram Reels, stop it.
Did you see the thing I sent you about the birds?
Not being real?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I sent you how it actually works.
Yeah, birds aren't real.
They're spying on people.
Yeah,
When
whatever.
they send
All right.
the information to DC.
All right, Froggy, stop with the birds aren't real stuff, would you please? So the
Look into it.
Yeah, and don't let a tufted titmouse take any pictures of you because they're
Listen.
only looking for one kind of picture.
You've heard of the FBI? The B stands for birds.
Right.
All right, Target, folks.
That's right.
This is going around, and people are believing this. Target is not selling satanic children's clothing. A picture has emerged. Fester, bring up the picture, would you please?
Sure.
The picture has emerged of like this demonic figure, mannequin with like a beast head inside like this circular display wearing like pentagram clothing.
What the hell?
Yes, I mean, it's Froggy.
You have a picture of it?
Come
I gotta see this.
Yeah, take a look.
I gotta find it.
Yeah, Fester, it's in the email you sent me last night.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's your prep, bro.
Go to your email, and it's not real. It turns out the image was artificially intelligently created. It's an AI creation from some artist, and It is not. It's a goat-headed store mannequin.
Look at this, Frog.
Dude, goat is the sign of the
look,
devil.
Have you sifted through the pictures, though? Did you go through this?
Yes, I went.
That is satanic.
It is.
Right.
But it looks like it's in the middle. Wait a minute.
Then they have the cutest.
That's not real.
The cutest redheaded little girl.
Little 4-year-old
Yeah.
girl.
Super excited.
She's wearing a Hail Satan T-shirt.
Wait. Back up, please.
All right.
Okay, so is that really something?
No, that's
It's fake, I guess.
It's not a
That's
real
fake.
display.
I just said it was created via artificial intelligence
Come here. There's
by some artist. All right, then you've got then you got a kid wearing like a devil shirt and he's got little devil horns on. No,
Some kids act like that.
this is artificial intelligence. It's not real.
Okay.
And people believe. Look at this. It's like a pentagram outfit for kids with devil horns coming out. It's like a hoodie.
Hail
It's-
Satan.
You got the pentagram on the front, and then the hoodie has horns on top, like devil horn. Folks, it's all artificial intelligence. This has been circulating, so the Associated Press had to do a fact check on it. The claim, photos of a goat-headed store mannequin and girl wearing a black shirt with a pentagram design show Target is selling a line of satanic-themed children's clothing.
Ooh.
AP's assessment, false!
So they're not.
False!
Boo.
So Satan worshippers should not rush to Target for the latest fashion.
The images were generated with an artificial intelligence text-to-image tool. According to the artist who created them, Target also confirmed that they have never sold satanic merchandise. It's very reassuring. Thank you, Target. Right from the Minneapolis St. Paul headquarters. Oh, man. But people are believing this, and people are sending out emails. Don't go to Target. They're selling satanic kids' clothing.
So I found this on Reddit.
That's not true.
The Reddit tagline is, "They're targeting our children." The outrage.
Oh,
And
my
I'm like, hold on, easy now.
I mean,
Somebody took a lot of time to fake that.
No, you didn't. It's
no,
AI.
it's AI.
You type in
I
what
guess
you
I don't know how that works.
Give me a 4-year-old kid in a Satan shirt, and out comes an image.
Do you remember we talked about AI and there was some program and the weird crap? Some businesses, they're using AI to generate photographs, but some of the combinations that AI comes up with are ridiculous. Wasn't there like
There was a fruit, and it was like a banana,
yeah.
and you cut it, and there was like a kiwi inside or something.
like a cantaloupe with a toupee inside or something?
Something like that, right.
It's like artificial intelligence. It comes up with the craziest crap and unrealistic combinations. It's just weird stuff. So don't.
I hate it.
You hate what? AI?
Ugh.
I hate AI. And then I saw a story last night that there's a 70% chance that AI is going to kill humanity and make us extinct. Yeah, that's first, I don't believe that, number one. But why would we as humans create something that's going to destroy us? I mean, it's just like Terminator.
It is.
Is Terminator? I'll be back. Is that going to Sarah Connor? Is that going to come to fruition? Is that going to be reality?
Hey, did I tell you this, MJ?
Yeah.
Where my Siri, it's the one in my car. Whoever's talking to me in my car.
You don't know who's talking
I
to
don't
you
know.
in your car.
I mean, it's like through my phone.
Hello, Roxanne.
It's some guy that climbed back there while you were parked at
So,
Publix.
do you
she's
use like
changed.
Some
Apple
guys.
CarPlay?
Do you check the backseat of your car to make sure that someone didn't climb in there? That's another like internet urban legend kind of thing.
You should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always check the back. Yeah.
You know when you send a text message from your car and it'll say,
Somebody in here?
What?
Somebody's in my car?
Just a picture. I want to remind you, Monster Jam is coming to Raymond James Stadium.
Well, thank you.
I would love for that person to be in my car.
so I text my mom the other day. I forget what the details, but it was like, text mom. Okay. What do you want to say? Mom, please. Ange is bringing the kids to your house.
Wait a minute.
I'll see you later.
Who's talking to you in your car?
My car person.
The AI in the car.
The AI in the car.
There's a
okay.
car person?
Yeah. It's not, I don't think it's my phone. Or is it Siri through my phone? It's through my phone.
Then it's not your car. It's your
Okay.
phone.
Well, listen.
Yes.
Drive a Knight Rider or something? Hello, Michael.
Hello, Michael. Yes.
Call mother, Michael.
I will put on the turbo boost, Michael. Yes.
So I say, Mom, the kids will be there, blah, blah, blah. I say, bye, I love you. So this woman, this robot in my car reads it back to me. She goes, is this what you want to say? Mom, the kids will be there at 5. I love you. She read me, I love you in a loving way.
Whoa.
She's never done that before.
Maybe she's attracted to you.
All right, Froggy,
You know what I mean?
give me some search. I have an AI generator right now.
No, I'm
It can make
moving
anything.
on. I'm moving on.
But MJ, do you get
Yeah.
my point? They're teaching it to know intonation. They're trying to make it be more human.
Make a short radio host.
Short radio.
Afro.
That says snort, not short.
Okay, hold on. Well, that's
Dude, you are
Listen, hold
the
on.
worst at typing.
Dude, if I know 2 kinds of radio hosts, and one are
Hurry
short
up.
ones, and the other ones like to snort.
So Fester's on an AI image generator
Wait, now you
online.
have 2 H's in there.
Yeah, now
Hold on, hold on.
you are-
AI will correct it.
guys,
Short radio host. What is he doing? He's eating.
with
Okay, while you type.
Eating rice.
with toupee wearing a banana hat.
There you go. All right, type. Oh, good luck typing that.
With baby arm coming out of his head.
Thumb-
With baby
thumbs.
arm. Baby arm coming
From
out
of head.
of his
Oh,
and then you
geez.
just hit search.
You hit- you hit
Hit generate.
and it takes a
And
little
then-
while.
and
Takes,
then-
it takes about maybe 10 seconds here, but
Oh,
it should
gosh.
display images shortly.
There's no way this is going to
It's
create
thinking.
a short
Too
radio
much.
host with
This is
baby.
taking a-
You beat
Oh
AI.
my! Well, okay, hold on.
Oh,
Wait.
No,
No.
These are stock.
No.
These are images of radio people with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're an
Yeah.
idiot.
Oh.
No, it's
AI,
BS.
AI
Thanks.
failed me.
Thanks for nothing,
Thanks
dude.
for wasting my time.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought it'd be better.
It's wasted my
Suck.
time.
AI
You
suck.
sucks. It does suck.
All right, 7:45-ish. I want to talk about butt dialing. All right, so hold on. Hey, do you have my teaser, Andrew? Can you play my teaser from yesterday? And I got to do a better job. Like, I'll tease an item, and like yesterday, I was half an hour late getting to it because we were just so engrossed.
It happens.
Yeah, let me know if you have the teaser. Give me a thumbs up when you find yesterday's teaser. I want to make sure that I deliver and that I deliver on time. I hit the teaser from yesterday. Go ahead. Roll it. Anytime. Worst butt dial ever. 7:45 tomorrow morning, the MJ Morning Show exclusively on 104.7 FM, Q105. All right, so there we go.
All right, we got 3 minutes. So what do you guys want to talk about?
That's the promo that ran all day yesterday. So, question, worst butt dial ever, and then I think we're going to grab some butt dial calls in just a second. First, though, this just reeks. This reeks of desperation. Did you see that Alec Baldwin and his wife, the one with the phony Mallorca Spanish accent, that Alec Baldwin and his wife and their 27 kids, they're going to do a TLC reality show? What does this completely, totally reek of?
Every other celebrity family who's trying to do a reality show.
No.
What does it reek of? Roxanne. Alec Baldwin, wife, and all the kids doing a TLC reality show.
is this like
it
the-
sounds like the Osbournes.
No.
Is it like
Desperation?
Is it the Duggars of Manhattan?
I already I already said desperation, but you're on the
Oh, it has to
you're
do
on-
something with the case?
You're on the closest track.
Kardashians.
No, well, is he trying to change his public persona before a trial? To where,
No.
what? Just tell us.
The Cosby
They
Show.
need money.
It's yes, thank
Oh.
you. Yes, Froggy's right. Yes, it seems that they're like maybe he's broke. It seems like why would you want cameras following you around? Yeah, the news came out yesterday. Alec and Hilaria Baldwin are inviting viewers into their chaotic home for a reality series which will air on TLC in 2025, according to Variety. The husband and wife duo announced the show, working title The Baldwins, ooh, that's creative, in a video posted to Instagram. Hey, Andrew, can you find the video? I meant to ask you to pull that. Can you find the video on Instagram with this big announcement?
No. Andrew can't find it.
Yes.
What is he? How is he allowed to do this? He might go down for murder, right?
No, at the worst, he'll get involuntary manslaughter and do like 18 months. Like the armorer is in the worst position, I think.
Yes,
And
yes.
what's her name? The armorer,
Hutchins?
Gutierrez, whatever.
No, Hutchins.
No,
Hutchins was shot.
Yeah, Helena Hutchins was the lady that was shot on the set of Rust. But this is just so pathetic.
Yes.
I mean, it just sounds like that he needs money. It sounds like he's broke.
How could he be broke? He's been in movies for 100 years.
Listen, why was Nicolas Cage broke? Well, he was buying like Elephant Man bones for $26 million.
When you buy dinosaur bones.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever the hell it was. So he attempts to wrangle a horde of kids. We're the Baldwins. We're going to TLC. God help you all. This is just, it's pathetic. It's like desperate. Is this the audio here?
Okay, most important question.
Yep.
What's that?
Is Hilaria talking in her Spanish voice
We'll
or
find
her
out.
Boston voice?
Yeah. Well, listen, she was born in Boston, and she has this Spanish accent. And this Hilaria, in my opinion, is so cooked in the head that she's got a fake being like she's Spanish born from Mallorca. I mean, it's pathetic.
All right.
Okay, everybody, we have to go to the grocery stores now.
All the niños in the coches.
And what channel is the new show going to be on?
It's going to be on the TLCs?
The TLCs. Yes, the TLCs.
The TLCs?
¿Cómo se dice TLC?
Okay, all right. All right.
What? I can't be Spanish
No,
too?
both of you guys.
I can't be Spanish.
You guys are getting really into this.
What's the matter with you?
But there's something wrong in her head because she was like faking being from Spain.
See?
And even like having a fake Spanish accent.
No.
And pretending like she didn't know certain words in English. And,
Kids, stop fighting now. If you kids stop fighting, it's like the bullfight in the arenas.
all right,
In Madrid?
is this the audio? All right, roll the audio of the Baldwins coming to TLC.
I look like I'm taller than you, and you already said I was short.
Hi, I'm Alec Baldwin.
And I'm Ilaria Baldwin, and we have an announcement. Let me do it again, sorry. Hi, I'm Ilaria Baldwin.
And I'm Alec Baldwin.
And we have an announcement to make.
Good God, no.
No, definitely not. We're done having kids. Bye.
Sit down.
This is about our show.
We're inviting you into our home to experience the ups and downs, the good, the bad, the wild, and the crazy.
My God.
I wonder what.
Home is the place we love to be most.
She has nice feet.
All right, this is reeks of desperation.
This is a big PR piece.
And you're telling me they couldn't have better audio? They're doing a promo about this upcoming TLC series, and they're shooting it with a camera phone that's 18 feet away, and the audio is getting picked up by the little pinhole mic, and they don't have this mic properly.
you know
Their
what?
kids look awful.
I mean,
yeah, the
they-
household looks like a nightmare.
Yeah, they have a house full of hellions.
All right, this is awful, and he must need cash.
She has nice toes.
Why would they be doing this? Hey, we're inviting you into our house. This is a guy that doesn't want to like even look at you when you pass him on the street, and now they're gonna have cameras in their home with that's all we need is the next phonied up scripted. Meet the Duggar, whatever the hell they were.
Guys, my brain can't reconcile that that's Eladia. Like, I want her to speak in her fake accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, now she's like speaking in like American English.
Makes no sense.
This casa is out of control. The children are also bad.
The niños es muy loco.
Yeah, the Baldwins coming next year on TLC.
See? And apparently it's going to be on Univision. So
I'm going to make cucumber. How do you say cucumber salad for lunch?
Hey, we have that audio from the Today Show.
Cucumber.
Yeah, this is the famous audio
How do you say?
of Ilaria Baldwin, of Alec Baldwin's wife, just being a phony baloney.
We have, how do you say it? Cucumbers.
So
How do you
she's
say it in
like,
English?
she was saying, how do you say, we have cucumber. How do you say cucumbers? She's like asking, how do you say cucumbers in English? You just said it.
how does that reporter on the Today Show not say, you don't know how to freaking say cucumber?
You phony bitch, you know?
All right.
Unbelievable. All right, so.
Don't to make fun of me.
All right, I'm running a little late here now, but we had to talk about the Baldwins. So my teaser from yesterday is worst butt dial ever. And I thought we'd take some calls on this. This woman claims that her partner butt dialed her during a bachelor party, and she could hear them arranging hiring hookers, escorts.
All right.
For the party. Now, I don't know if the story's real.
This
is one of these advice column deals. My partner went to a bachelor party last weekend, accidentally butt dialed me while he was organizing escorts to come to the house that he and his friends had rented for the weekend. Anyway, I don't know if I believe the story, but I thought, if that's the case, that's got to be one of the worst butt dials ever. But I thought that I would ask you guys, have you ever had a really bad butt dial? And I have folks in my, circle of friends that I get butt dialed all the time. I got to be honest, I've never heard anything really good, but I have like 3 or 4 people that will absolutely butt dial me several times a year.
Wow.
So my question is, Roxanne, Fester, Froggy, and then for our listeners, does anyone have a really, really bad, or for the sake of our radio content, really good butt dial story? Anybody? 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. Anybody with a butt dial story, or if you know of somebody in a butt dial, because let's be honest. Sometimes you get kind of the muffly pocket stuff if somebody truly butt dials you, or wang dials you, front pocket versus back. Sometimes you just get like the scraping, and then you'll hear mumbling, and it's not discernible. But other times, man, you'll hear like full-on crystal clear conversations. So my question for you, the MJ Morning Show listening audience, have you ever had an embarrassing butt dial, or has somebody butt dialed you and the audio was clear? I'm looking for any embarrassing or great butt dial stories. 800-990-1047. And listen, I'll cast the line. If we don't come up with anything, I'll just move on. Andrew, phones are ringing. We'll see. Any good butt dial stories?
I remember one time my sister called me.
Hang on, let me give it the number again.
Yeah, give it out.
All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. All right, what happened, Fester?
So she called my cell phone, and I saw the call, let it go to voicemail. I didn't think twice about it. And she apparently put the phone down and just went on to talk all this crap about me, how I never pick up the phone, what terrible, terrible brother I am, going on and on. Then her and the person she's with do nothing but have a Fester bash session for like the next 15 minutes. And I loved every second.
Is your sister still alive?
No, she hit by a bus.
No, I don't hear about her anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Yes, she's alive.
Is she older or younger?
I have 2 younger sisters.
You have 2 young. Why do we never hear about them?
Remember the one thought I was hot back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, wanted a little piece of frog.
Yeah. She's like, hey, tell Froggy.
Yeah.
I'll break it off.
Didn't she say, I got to get me some of that, Froggy?
Come on.
Sounds like she wanted a big
Listen,
piece.
she met Froggy like early 2000s.
Yeah.
She's like, tell that boy I will teach him everything he doesn't know.
All right. Roxanne,
Lovely
any butt dialing story before I go to phones?
I once knew this girl who was on a date with one guy and butt dialed another guy she was seeing.
Ooh. And what was the result?
I think she asked the guy not to listen to the message.
It got recorded.
Yeah, it was recorded.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
When you like call and it goes to voicemail and you record the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think there have been like murders solved, or there have been people that have gone down because of messages left and it was recorded.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Froggy, before I go to phones, anything from you? Any butt dial story?
Yeah. One time my buddy Nino butt dialed me, but he was ripping the toilet. He was tearing up the toilet at the time.
Disgusting.
You're making this
And
up.
it was just like,
You don't have a friend named Nino.
yes, I do. I've had a friend named Nino forever.
All right, whatever. Let me go to phones.
But it was in his pants, but I heard it.
All right. James in Wesley Chapel. James, any butt dial story that you can talk about?
Very bizarre one. I do media conversions, and I had a client that came in.
Oh, well, you do take VHS tapes and digitize them?
Yeah, VHS, audio, film, photo slides, anything, and I'm a professional videographer.
Can you do DV cam?
DV cam. I do professional. I use man.
No. If I have old DV cam videos, can you convert those? Do you have a DV cam player?
Yes,
You have DV cam?
I do.
The man
All
said
right.
yes.
I do professional and consumer videotapes.
All right, so you'll if I have a whole bunch of stuff, even some DV cam, you can convert all that for me.
I can. In fact, I did it for WFLA. Katie Bocchino, when she was there, she had another type of videotape, professional tape, and I converted. She was on the Jack Harris show.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, Jack.
baby,
Yeah,
and
Jack's a longtime friend of ours. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, James, when I finish, I'm going to put you on hold, and I want Andrew to get your number for me, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So what's the butt dial story?
Yeah, it was bizarre. This lady, her husband was having an affair, obviously, and the phone somehow recorded him. So it wasn't like he called her and left her a message. It recorded him and then sent the audio to her. It was bizarre. So she wanted me to enhance it so that I can get it really clear, and I was able to do that. Obviously, she divorced the man, but I didn't think, man, how's that possible until it kind of happened to me. It wasn't audio, but I butt dialed a picture to my daughter. It's like, Dad, why are you sending me this picture? I'm like, I didn't send you that picture.
How do you butt dial a
In
picture?
my pocket. I guess it overheats.
So hold on, wait a second. So you butt dial a picture, so you have to open up a contact, then you have to attach the item, and this is all done with your butt? Come on, how does that happen?
Yeah. I don't know.
James, hold on. I'm going to put you on hold. Give Andrew your contact information. I want to talk to you about some digitizing and some old media transfers.
Ooh.
All right, he's on line one. Melissa in Zephyr Hills. Hey, Melissa, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Thanks. It's nice to be with you.
It is a pleasure to have you. All right, you have a good butt dial story for us?
Yes, I do.
What happened?
So I'm a nurse, and I was living in New York at the time up to like probably.
Can you get close? You just got lower. Can you get closer to your mic?
So I'm a nurse, and I was working up in a town in New York by the Canadian border, and I was rooming one of my patients in a health center, and she got a FaceTime call, and she was very upset, and I was like, "What's the matter?" Well, come to find out, I was testing her for a pregnancy test, and her fiance was FaceTimed her by accident and was sleeping with another woman.
Oh, wow. See, that's what I'm talking about.
That was bad. So I was like doing mental health counseling at the same time.
Oh my God. So what was the result?
She was successfully a single mom.
I guess so. Thank you, Melissa. Have a great day.
You too. Take care.
Jose in Bradenton. Jose, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Oh my goodness, I'm on.
You are, Jose. Go ahead.
Hey guys, so mine's quick. So I work for a pest company. I won't say the name. So we service homes around the in our own route, whatever. And then a couple of me and the fellas, we're literally on the phone all day. Okay. So we have one of our managers who's like super awkward. Okay.
Yeah.
And has always been like against us because we're like the bad crew apparently, but we do everything right. And one day,
you're the outcast pest control crew, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah, the outsiders.
We're like legit, you know.
Okay. Yep.
And so I carry both.
So what are you using, like DDT and other banned pesticides to get the job done?
No, they're all environmentally.
Okay,
friendly.
I know. I'm joking. Go ahead.
No. So anyway, I carry both my phones on me, and for some reason, we're out here dying in the sun and we sweat like crazy. Obviously, somehow, some way, my phone butt dialed my manager.
Yeah.
And what was crazy was, I looked at my phone. Half an hour, he stayed on the phone listening to our conversation.
Holy crap! Really?
When I saw it, half an hour. When I saw it, I was like, I hung up immediately, and I was like in shock. I was like, oh my God, did I say anything bad the last 30 minutes about them, about management, etc.? And I was mortified. And then I think a couple days later, we heard from one of the fellas that I guess they were talked to or something, and then they were like, yeah, we know you guys have a phone call that you're not supposed to be on.
Wow. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. I love you.
Love you too,
Thanks,
Jose.
Jose.
Thank you. Be safe. Zach, and I'll take two more here, Andrew, because I got to move on. Zach in Land O'Lakes, do you have a good butt dial call story?
Hey, I do. Awesome to be on the air with you guys.
Thank you.
So several years ago, I was dating this woman, and one day she went out to a rodeo with a group of her girlfriends, and I get a butt dial from her in the car with them, and they were all talking, about some guy that my girlfriend was going to meet up with that she met at the rodeo. And so I heard the whole thing, them just talking about what she was going to do, and it was a little disturbing. And later on, I got a little nosy. I didn't let her know that I knew. I looked through her diary, and there was a list of names with my name on it and about 5 names after my name.
Oh, boy.
A little serial cheater there.
Oh, my God. So
Were you like in the middle of the pack, or was it a chronological list?
Oh, there was about 20 names ahead of me.
Did she have little notes on each guy?
Yeah, I'm not going to go into detail, though.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
Well, what did it have to do with?
The notes?
Anatomy?
Yeah.
Anatomy?
Just what descriptions of what was done, like keeping track of what pretty much what base was gotten to, essentially.
Oh, my, really?
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
And
Like a baseball scorecard.
did you ever confront her?
I did. I just ended things and said, hey, I saw your diary. That's a really nice list you've got there.
Did she freak out when you said you rummaged through her diary?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. That's a good story, Zach. Thank you, buddy.
All right, guys. You have a good one.
And I hope Ben has a good story because that was good. Final call. Let me grab Ben in Spring Hill. Ben, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning.
Hey, Ben. What's up?
Yeah, I was just coming home from work, and at the time I was married. In the heat of the moment, my wife started doing things, and in that involved butt dialed my mom because, yeah, things happen.
Oh.
And she heard everything.
Oh, lovely. And
It was bad, and I went to go visit my mom a couple days afterwards.
yeah, a little awkward, huh?
Brought it up.
Yep.
Yeah, right in front of my father.
Oof.
My father pulled me to the side. He's like, you keep your pants off.
Oh. Oof. All right, Ben, good story, buddy.
You guys have a good morning. Be safe.
You too.
You too, Ben.
Thank you, Ben. Have a great one.
Oh, your mom
Hey,
was rooting for you. Ben.
Speaking of phones, I'm Verizon. Fester, you're Verizon. I think we're all Verizon except
Me, I'm AT&T.
All right, did you have phone troubles yesterday?
Well, it's funny you say that because around 5 o'clock, I was trying to call someone, and it kept just giving me a message that all circuits are busy.
Yeah.
Something
All right.
like that.
All right, so maybe you were a victim of this.
Yes.
AT&T was experiencing a nationwide problem yesterday, which affected the ability of AT&T cell customers to call people on a different cell network. So AT&T, which you're on, Roxanne.
Yes, I am.
Yesterday, if you were trying to call somebody and they were on like T-Mobile or Verizon, you might have had trouble getting out. Is that what happened, you think?
Yeah, I couldn't get out. But the weird thing is I could text this person, but I couldn't call him.
Yeah, it's a big problem yesterday. AT&T customers experiencing a nationwide issue affecting the ability to call non-AT&T users. This was confirmed yesterday by AT&T. And they were working as quickly as possible to diagnose and fix the issue. Is it working now? Can you call me?
Let me see.
Hold on a second.
I mean, I made phone calls
hang
on
on
the way to work.
Yeah, go ahead and
Let's try.
call me. I've got my ringer on.
What's your name?
Hang on.
Saved as
Go ahead.
now?
Hurry up. Come on. I got to move on here. I got a lot of stuff to do.
I mean,
Did you ask what's his name
Hold on.
saved
All
as?
right, hang on. Hang on. My ringer's on.
Now I want to know what
All
you
right.
have him saved under.
All right. Let's go.
This is the NBC Television Network.
There it is.
Wait. Is that your ring?
Hello.
Hi.
Hang on a minute.
Hi,
Yeah,
hold on, I'm gonna get you on
all right,
speaker.
all right, yeah. That's
Hey,
my.
how
that's,
are you?
That's my ringtone. Yeah.
I hate it.
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening.
Little nostalgia. I rotate my ringtones. You
Okay.
know, I'm a product of the '80s. You know, I just I can't get away from it.
just when you think you can't like somebody less in some capacity, overall you like them, but just one little area.
Looks like the problem's fixed. Hey, my Instagram yesterday.
Ooh, was it popping?
Let me tell you right now.
Wow.
Hey, that video of the unaccompanied minor, the kid running away from the Spirit employees a couple of weekends ago, I went over 500,000 views yesterday.
Amazing.
And again, I captured 2 videos. There were like 2 other times that I wasn't able to roll, but there was a kid that was thrown on a Spirit flight, like 6 years old, down in Fort Lauderdale, sent up to Tampa. And when they got to Tampa, and I'm in the waiting area because I'm getting on the flight here in Tampa back to Fort Lauderdale on Spirit a couple of weekends ago, my first time ever on Spirit Airlines, and I see this kid bolting down the terminal at Terminal A at Tampa International, and then I see one of the Spirit Airlines employees in full freaking sprint, and I wasn't able to get that one on video, but I got like 2 other ones. And one of the dudes was the flight attendant. They were babysitting the kid here in Tampa because the adult, the parent, the guardian, whoever the authorized pickup person wasn't at the airport. So they got to babysit this kid like, Spirit Airlines daycare at the gate waiting for the authorized adult to pick up the kid that just came in from Fort Lauderdale. The kid's 6 years old. He's wearing a wife beater T-shirt, and he's like, catch me if you can, and he's looking behind and he's running away. The Spirit Airlines flight attendant on the video that has 500,000 views, the guy, it looks like he's about to drop dead because I saw the guy sprint after the kid, and then the kid's running back towards us, and the flight attendant's like, so it was a combination of the gate agents and the flight attendants that were watching this kid. But how rude is that? And then some people said that they thought the kid might have been autistic, that they looked at some of the cues on the kid, and then other people, you ought to see the comments. There were like 2,000 comments on this thing. And some people are like, I can't believe a parent would put an autistic kid on a flight by himself at 6 years old.
It seems like a lot of speculation. He also looked like a healthy, rambunctious 6-year-old.
Listen, I don't know. If you haven't seen the video, it's on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, and it's got 513,000 views. But that's not why I'm bringing up my IG. I met Cody yesterday from Powertown.
Oh, are you and Cody now pals? Power pals?
Take me to Powertown. Take me to Power. So Powertown is an electrical contractor company, and they do contract work. So if the power's out in the neighborhood, I'm Tico in South Tampa. Sometimes the Tico trucks will go out there, but it seems more and more I'm seeing this Powertown doing contract line work for Tico. Listen to what happened. And I've got a video. I get messages from people in the neighborhood. We don't know if someone got murdered at the end of the street or, whatever the story was. And so, in my neighborhood, and I was on my 2-mile walk. So I'm quite a distance from my house last night, and they were just finishing up what was going on. But I had several texts from people yesterday, late afternoon, that police tape is up, fire engine, police. They've got the road blocked off in 2 spots. You can't get through. And they saw the yellow crime tape up and everything. I'm like, oh, my God, I hope there wasn't like a murder in the neighborhood. I'm jumping to the worst conclusion. Anyway, I finally found out what happened. And I posted pictures on my Instagram. Folks, my Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. Turns out that they're building a house on this particular street. And a dump truck was there or whatever. We think, this is the story I've pieced together. The dump truck had the dump truck bed fully extended up in the air and drove away and ripped down a power line. The power line, starts arcing and, the power line falls down. It causes a brush fire in a neighbor's yard. Scroll to the next picture. The neighbor's yard is torched.
Oh,
yes,
my God.
The neighbor of the home being built next door, the yard is torched like it's a brush fire. So, I'm going to tell you right now that somebody could have been electrocuted. Somebody could have been killed. Someone could have been electrocuted. The power line is ripped down by the dump truck. So you have a live wire. It ignites a fire, burns this guy's lawn. This guy had a nice green, lush lawn. Not anymore.
That was over.
Exactly.
Wow.
And like the whole lawn burned to the ground.
You could see where like the line might have fallen right here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
crazy.
It's like totally blackened. And the power company's out there, the contractor for Tico, Power Town's out there. And I'm doing my walk. So the cops had left. The fire department was gone. The crime scene tape was down. And I'm doing my 2-mile walk last night. And I walk by the scene, and this guy says, "Hey, you're MJ." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And that's how I met Cody. And Cody's like, "Hey, my dad and I listen to you all the time." And then there's "Hey, can I get a selfie?" So I took a picture with Cody. Then there was another guy on the crew. He said, "Hey," and he called me Todd. "Hey, Todd, can I get a picture too?" So I'm taking photos with the line crew from Power Town last night.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. Anyway, so I put a little slideshow. I've got, how many pictures did I put up? I've got 5 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's on my Instagram right now, Certified MJ Radio. If you don't follow me, give me a follow on Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and you'll see Cody and me. Then you'll see their trucks. Then you'll see the burnt out lawn. And I wish I didn't have the dump truck, or, this was well after the line coming down and the fire department putting out the fire. But man, someone could have been electrocuted. Can you imagine?
It's dangerous.
Walking around the neighborhood.
Yeah, with a power line falling down after a dump truck hits it. Yeah, put your dump truck the bed down. Don't try. Have you ever seen the videos where, like, there's one video or a couple of videos I've seen where the dump truck like extends up into the air, and they're driving on the interstate, and it crashes into an overpass, and concrete chunks are flying everywhere.
It's awesome.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite ones.
That's some rough stuff. Anyway, so that's on my Instagram, and I think it was yesterday. Or the day. I took a picture of FedEx Freight dropping off all the new equipment for the studio. So, folks, I think it's happening. We are apparently going to get out of this dump of an MJ Morning Show studio because the new equipment has finally arrived. So I took a picture of that as well on my Instagram. All right, moving along. So Certified MJ Radio, that's Certified MJ Radio. Have a vacation issue I want to deal with in just a second, but I've got a couple of items I want to get to here. Just a couple of quick bullet points, a couple of little lightning round. Be very careful. I saw a story. You know what they say about boarding passes? That you should never just discard, as far as a boarding pass for a flight.
There's a lot of information on that pass.
With the barcodes, there have been stories that you should dispose of those properly and don't just, haphazardly leave boarding passes around, because some information can be gleaned. On that same sort of vibe, this is terrible. A family's $15,000 Carnival cruise vacation was canceled 2 days before because they shared their booking number on Facebook, and some bastard called Carnival and canceled their vacation.
What kind of weirdo would do that?
What kind of sicko would do that?
That's so mean.
This is awful. This is
man.
a family from Kentucky. They had a $15,000 Carnival cruise vacation they'd been planning for a year, and it was canceled 2 days before the ship's sailing. They posted the booking number accidentally on Facebook. I guess they were talking about, hey, we're going on a trip. Maybe they're holding up their vouchers, and somebody saw the booking number, and some son of a called Carnival and canceled their trip. Who would do that?
That's vicious.
Unless you were their enemy.
If I'm your enemy, I'm canceling your trip.
Tiffany Banks, devastated. They were on the Carnival celebration. Does that leave from Port Canaveral?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, the celebration. And she was going with her husband and 4 kids, and it was canceled like the day or so before. They were getting ready to fly from Kentucky to Florida to then catch the boat. But that's just a warning. Be careful with revealing information that people then can use against you. And especially with online photos. And I mean, this is a tough lesson to learn. Yeah, Carnival customer service told her that, the trip was canceled for the largest room. They had the XL presidential suite.
Ooh, $15,000. They better.
Yeah. And it was the 4 kids, the husband, the wife, and the damn thing gets canceled.
Oh.
Yeah, the room itself was $12,000 or $13,000. Then almost $2,000 for the flights. She said they never canceled the trip. Wondered if it was a glitch. Carnival said the room had now been rebooked. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's awful.
You know what? They probably booked it at a super crazy low rate for a last-minute fare.
Yeah, somebody rebooked the room, and they were offered interior rooms, the cheapest on the ship. Carnival refused to offer a full refund as its cancellation policy says no money will be returned within 15 days of the cruise date. Oh, man. The family flew to Florida to board the ship anyway, hoping for a last-minute resolution. They were unable to get on board. The ship went away without them.
If you could see us now standing at the port, waving to everybody as they leave.
The Caribbean's fabulous. Every island has its own personality, its own flavor.
Yes.
But the place I like best of all, and I'm sure you will too.
Where's that, Kathy?
Right on board my ship, the Superliner Celebration. If they could
See me now. I have my cruise canceled.
fancy food and doing what you choose.
Not you.
I like your friends
Nope.
back home to get a good look at the first-rate Carnival cruise that you took. All I can say is, wow,
God.
hey, look at where you are.
No.
Tonight you're living
No,
like a movie
your cruise has been canceled.
friendship. Holy cow, they'd never believe it if your friends could see you now.
Nope.
Your friends canceled your trip. Your ass is stuck at home.
So what do you do
Hey,
the
so,
lyrics?
so what's, I'm trying to picture a boarding pass that you would have printed out for your flight. You're saying don't ever, no, but you said that at the beginning of the segment.
The boarding pass, yeah.
Yeah, what information is on there that you wouldn't?
The barcode.
The barcode.
They can,
Okay.
Somehow I've read things that there's
Interesting.
a ton of information that can be gleaned from the barcode.
So I've always heard the same thing about hotel card keys because your credit card number is associated with that key.
Yeah, right. They toss those things immediately.
I don't know. Hey, I got to call Michelle on something, and it kind of fits in with vacation, but also I got to talk to you guys about vacation as well because we might have like a complete mismatch this summer. We might have some big issues here on the MJ Morning Show. But one other thing, again, medical experts are saying if you're bitten by a jellyfish, do not have a friend or relative pee on you.
That's the only way.
Yeah, I thought that was a surefire way to cure yourself.
I thought it was vomit
I
on
saw
you.
it in a movie and it worked perfectly.
No.
I bring extra bottles of water to the beach just in case somebody gets stung by a jellyfish.
This is a misnomer. This is false information. If you are stung by a jellyfish, you're not supposed to have someone pee on you. That is like the opposite of what you should do.
Why is it the opposite?
Because the pee can actually make it hurt and sting more.
Of course.
Yeah. But people believe that you're supposed to put pee or urine on a jellyfish sting, and that is completely the wrong thing to do. It is a myth. It is urban legend. Don't do it.
You remember the movie The Heartbreak Kid? Did you see that? That was really cute.
I don't think I did.
Well, okay, they did that.
The movie's
and
hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's a really cute movie having a jellyfish whiz scene. Yeah.
It was.
Sounds great.
It was.
Sounds like Oscar material over
It
here.
was.
Yeah.
Watch it.
And the Oscar for the best jellyfish whizzing scene goes to Heartbreak Kid.
I think it was Ben Stiller, right?
Yeah.
Do not pee on a jellyfish sting. You should remove the tentacles, irrigate the area with seawater, not tap water or bottled water. Then you want to soak the skin in hot water to dull the pain. The Mayo Clinic, hold the Mayo. They say pluck the tentacles with a fine tweezer. Keep the affected skin immersed in a hot shower for 20 to 45 minutes after you clean it with seawater. But don't scrape out stingers. Don't apply alcohol. Don't use pressure bandages. And don't pee on your jellyfish stings. That is, and look at this. All you guys thought that you should pee on it.
That's really the only way.
All right, we got a problem. Also, we got to get into who's shooting pellet guns at people and horses in downtown St. Pete. What the hell? What is going
I
on?
want one of those gel guns.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. We got a lot of stuff in just a few minutes. First, though, I think we've got a complete cockeyed mismatch on vacations this year. So, and I got a little personal issue with Michelle. And hey, let me get Michelle on the phone.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. It's kind of a crazy summer for us. And
Well, because the kids are different schedules.
yeah. Well, yeah, the kids are off in different directions.
Hello?
Hey, good morning, the love of my life.
Why are you so cheesy?
Why?
Lately, he's very loving. I think it's
What are you
as
trying to-
he approaches the big
Hold on.
anniversary
What are
day.
you trying to prove your love?
Maybe I'm overcompensating for
You
something.
think?
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
I think
so
I know.
why are you making hurling noises over there?
Because it's just, it's cheesy.
All right.
Just say hi.
All right, Michelle, hang with me for a minute here.
Thank you.
All right. We have a couple of issues. First of all, we're like headed toward a collision with summer vacations and the whole crew.
Yeah.
So, all right, Roxanne,
Yes.
you're taking off when? It was like
June 20.
The last week of June.
Yes, the last week of June. So I shall be off June 24th.
But I also found out from Kim, Froggy's wife, they're taking the same week off.
Are we?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm telling Froggy you're taking off the week of the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th of this month. You guys are going away. Roxanne, you're going to be gone.
Yeah.
I'm just going to the beach.
We're not going anywhere. I mean, Michelle, we've got an issue because we don't have any together vacations planned this summer.
We don't.
That's your anniversary week.
It
That's
is-
why I chose that week.
It is. So
Because I figured you guys would do
All right,
something.
Michelle, we got to do something. It would make sense because our anniversary, our 30th anniversary, holy frigamoly.
What metal is that?
I believe it is aluminum foil.
Aw.
Yes.
That's love.
I believe it's an Arby's wrapper is what the metal is. All right. So Wednesday, the 26th of June is our 30th wedding anniversary. Michelle,
Is it?
yeah, did you say is it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Mr. Sentimental over here.
Listen, I think we ought to just take that week off. If Froggy and Roxanne are going to be gone, let's just do a last-minute vacation somewhere.
Yeah. Where are you going? How about Wyoming? Cody.
I want to go to Budapest.
Well, I'm not going there for a week.
All right.
All right.
That's not working.
But Michelle, we ought to take off that week and do something. Fester, next thing I'm going to find out is that Fester and Allison are going away that week, and I'll be doing the whole MJ morning show myself.
No, I'll be with you that week, but I'm taking the whole month of July off.
No, you're not.
First of all, the first week of July, Andrew, the guy who really holds this show together behind the scenes, he's taking off the first, second, third. The fourth, the holiday
Is
is
a
on
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Nope.
If you want a losing bet on me showing my ass up on that Friday.
Oh, man.
Okay?
All right.
If you want to lose money, I'm not coming in on the 5th.
So we've got just like a discombobulation here. We're all disjointed. And
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it'll all work itself out.
Yeah.
It all works out.
Michelle, I want to go on vacation with you. I want to go somewhere with you. It's our 30th anniversary summer. We really
It's
need
just
to.
not a good summer for us to do that. That's all.
Why is it not a good summer?
I've just got kids in different places.
So what are we going to celebrate the big 31 like Baskin Robbins?
That might be the case. I'm
Really?
Sorry.
All right, hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
You've
Go
had-
to Vegas and go to the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah, you've had kids in different places for the last 6 years, Michelle. I mean, I'm not buying that necessarily.
Yeah, no, it's a little different this year. I've got one home, and
And
it's
she's
tough.
got
You know
things
what?
that I've planned that kind of
You
I
don't
help
want
her with.
you don't want Chet running the house while you're gone with Chloe.
the least of my concerns.
Yeah. All right. So I asked
He's
Michelle.
very responsible.
I asked Michelle, can I go? And listen, don't get angry at me, Michelle, but I think a lot of guys that are listening right now are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. So I put together a quick scuba trip. So a couple of friends of mine, Rich and Brian, I approached them like a couple of days ago, like maybe like a week ago. And I'm like, hey, guys, you want to go to Little Cayman and do some diving? So we put together a quick trip. So we're gonna go in July, the end of July. We're gonna go down to Little Cayman, and it's kind of a guys' trip. We're just doing 3 guys. We're gonna go scuba diving down to Little Cayman, and I asked Michelle, can I go? And Michelle's like, yes, you can go. But here's where guys are gonna know what I'm talking about. But then Michelle, you're never gonna let me live this. You're gonna bring this up repeatedly, and you went to Little Cayman by yourself, and I
Oh, that's not true. She's like, you've gone on trips.
Been a ton of places by yourself. You went diving. When we were first married, you went all around to wherever, Trek Lagoon and
Palau.
wherever. Yeah, Palau, all by yourself for 2 weeks over the holidays.
Oh, that's-
Yeah, you missed
when
the Christmas.
we only had like 2 or 4 weeks vacation.
Oh, my God, that's right. We were only married a couple of years, and I abandoned you at Christmas to go to Chuk State, Federated States of Micronesia, to Truk Lagoon and Palau for 2 weeks. I left you over Christmas.
Right. How often do I bring that up and go, and you went to vacation all by yourself? I don't think I've ever even said that.
So
Ever.
You did that trip?
You better retract what you just said.
Okay, I retract that.
Yes.
But listen, let me tell you what else is a possibility. That are you going to throw in my face that you went diving and we didn't go anywhere on our 30th anniversary summer?
No.
Hell yeah, you
Just
should.
don't complain when you see my shopping bill.
Oh.
Michelle,
What?
if you could take a trip without him, where would you go?
If I took a trip without him?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have like a specific destination, but maybe like one of those, relaxation resorts where you yoga and
a retreat.
Eat right. Yeah.
And a jujitsu instructor?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Giselle said to Tom.
Yeah.
Listen, I just need a couple of days at a relaxation resort.
Yeah.
With a
before you know it,
jujitsu instructor.
she's breaking boards.
Yeah.
Sounds
All
just
right.
like her.
Listen, I just want to let you know that we have some vacation discrepancies, and I
already
just
know that. I'm aware.
All right. Well,
I keep the calendar.
okay, you do. Thanks for letting me go diving.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, see? And
Ooh,
it
look at
begins.
All right, I'll tell you what.
See, listen.
That's your anniversary?
All right, buy the purse you want, okay?
Make it 2.
Make it 2.
It's going to be more than a
All
purse.
right. All right.
All right, bye, Michelle.
Bye.
I do.
MJ, you're lucky she doesn't hold that over your head because that's my power move around the house, and it is fun.
What's your power? Oh,
Doug's always
oh,
on.
hold on. Throwing crap in your husband's face?
But he got another. Every time he says, "Oh, I want it," every time he does something nice, I'm like, "What do we have another trip planned? Is that why you're being nice?"
You're setting this up for success.
All right,
Rox.
so that's my vacation issue. All right, there is a colon cancer crisis.
Crisis, good way or bad way?
All right, when is a crisis good? If I say colon cancer crisis, how is there anything good about that?
Well, if you're a colon cancer doctor and business is down.
All right, come on. Obviously, if I'm saying colon cancer,
Colon.
colon cancer crisis, clearly it's not good. There is a crisis with colon cancer among young people. Why? Why is there like an uptick?
I know.
Well, there's a suspected answer, but let's see what Froggy has to say.
It's because of the butt wipes everybody uses now.
Like the dude wipes and stuff?
Just like the butt wipes.
Ooh, maybe you're onto something.
My son Julian loves those dude wipes, man. Buys them by
You're putting chemicals, you're keystering chemicals like every day.
Nonstop, right.
How is that good for
it's
you?
like a baby wipe. I mean, babies aren't getting butt cancer.
That's a good point.
All right?
Oh, then you explain that.
All right, here's the deal. Nothing to do with butt wipes. The suspected uptick in colon cancer in young people, can I?
No, I was just going to guess just not leaving it alone.
All right.
Oh.
No.
Huh? What?
They think it could be all of these energy drinks, these high caffeinated energy drinks. They're discovering there might be a correlation that millions of people, millions and millions that are just drinking these energy drinks. I've never had an entire energy. I've tasted a Red Bull. I have never tasted Rockstar, Monster. I mean, all these different energy drinks. You know, you go to the convenience stores these days and they got like 3 whole doors filled with all these energy drinks these days.
Yeah, well, I read this.
I
and
don't need it.
I sent it to you, but I do have to say that my sister was diagnosed with stage 3 colorectal cancer in her 30s.
Oh, my God.
And she's never had an energy drink. She's never, I mean, like, that's never been her thing. I don't even think she drinks much caffeine. So, you know, she's one of those people in that group, that statistic of younger people getting cancer, and she didn't have, this wasn't her
It
thing.
occurs naturally, in a percentage of
Yeah.
people, but just with this uptick, maybe energy drinks are the cause.
Yeah, so researchers here in the United States, they think that an ingredient in a lot of these energy drinks, like Red Bull and Celsius and Monster, might be linked to bacteria in the gut that speeds up tumor growth. And this is research that's being done right here in Florida.
Great.
It's Gatortown, man. It's university. It's the swamp. It's University of Florida researchers are studying, and they think there could be a correlation between excessive energy drinks consumption and colorectal cancer in young people.
I don't know if I trust the town that invented Gatorade to give me breaking news on competing drinks.
I love my radio shows to break me into a hypochondriac freak. God.
Anyway, so just heads up on that. Is it something? I don't know. Now, what is going on with these little delinquent turds in St. Pete firing like pellet guns at people and horses? You see, was it a police horse that was hurt?
That's awful.
Those gel guns are cool.
What the hell?
What are they? Are they like Orbeez or something, Froggy?
They like basically shoot like little Orbeez of gel. There was a booth set up next to our booth at the last convention, and they let you come up and play with them. I did it for hours.
Were you like just shooting people in the convention hall
No,
with a gel gun?
They have a booth with like targets and little kids.
Look,
shoot.
there's Fred from the True Value in
Hey, don't mess with True Value.
Yeah,
Good
in
customer.
in Carmel, Indiana. Let me just hit him with the. Oh, look at that! Just
They're
hit
like
him.
rapid fire automatic little gel guns.
Well, St. Pete Police. I don't know if you. Hey, Andrew, do me a favor. See if you can find the St. Pete Police Chief. Yeah, he was talking about this. He did a news conference on this yesterday. Yeah, grab some St. Pete Police Chief audio if you could. I meant to tell you to do that. But several people were arrested over the weekend because you had these rampant delinquent teens running around shooting these gel pellet guns, and like they were wreaking havoc in downtown St. Petersburg. Over 200 teenagers were in downtown St. Pete, and then some of them were firing these gel pellet guns.
200?
Yeah, 200 kids. And a bunch of them have these gel pellet guns, and they're firing at people and hitting people.
Look, they didn't get shot.
Yeah, St. Pete Police Chief Anthony Holloway, he said that 2 officers were hit by the gel pellet guns. There was a couple eating at some outdoor restaurant, and they're just, enjoying their appetizers when suddenly, they get blasted in the face with a gel pellet gun. A mounted patrol horse, one of the horses, one of the St. Pete police horses, named Storm, was hit in the freaking eye.
Oh, do you see the little picture of his little
I
eye?
did.
Poor thing.
Poor horse.
I think the horse is going to be okay.
Some of these kids, are they nuts?
The horse has to be treated for like an eye injury.
He needs a patch now.
So they said no major injury on the horse, but you can see like there's all kinds of like conjunctivitis or something coming out of it. And
Can't they get in a lot of trouble for
Yeah.
shooting a police horse?
Absolutely.
That's like shooting a cop.
You know what? I know the penalties are high. If you hurt like a police dog, one of the canines or the horses, there are enhanced charges.
Right. Like, aren't they like sworn officers? They have to take the oath and go.
Yeah, they put their little hoof up.
They go,
They have to qualify. At the range. Yeah. Anyway,
You can't shoot guns.
I mean, this is a terrible story. What is going on? I mean, you get these marauding groups of teens. The other thing, remember that St. Pete has been the subject of a lot of cell phone thefts. You know, a lot of phones being ripped off down in some of the downtown St. Pete bars, people with a cell phone in their pocket. There was one weekend recently, like in the last month or two, weren't there like a dozen plus cell phones that were stolen? And they think like bands of, obviously not the teens. The teens are firing gel pellets at police horses and cops and couples having dinner on Beach Drive. And then in the clubs, you got these folks they believe coming in from out of town, like marauding gangs that are ripping off people's cell phones. They put it down on a bar or a table. They snag it in your back pocket in a crowded club or bar. They're just lifting it out. I want to say that in the last month and a half, there was like a dozen plus cell phones that were ripped off. That St. Pete police said. So,
insane.
Yeah, but these little turds, man. You know, you put them in juvie. You know, firing gel pellets. How big are the pellets, Frog?
They're like little BBs, a little bigger than a BB.
Are they the size of a pea?
They might be the size of
Because
a.
they're soft.
Are they size of one of those like boba like things in a boba tea or what? Bubble tea?
No, they're bigger than that.
All right. Oh no, they're bigger than that.
Well, the size of a baseball. No.
Like
He doesn't know.
yeah, come on, dude. Really?
They're the size of a BB, but there's gel inside.
Right. Andrew, do you have any of the police chief?
I think.
Andrew,
I have a clip of him giving a 12-minute.
is that him here?
Beach Drive, the juvenile also shot our horse here, Storm. The horse was shot in the shoulder, the neck, and in the eye. We're very fortunate that it wasn't serious, and we're very fortunate the horse was trained, because just think about that horse being shot in the eye. It could have taken the rider, kicked the rider off the horse, and then gone down the street and possibly injured more people. The point I want to get across is these toys are very dangerous. These youth that are using these toys should realize they could hurt someone.
Yeah, also, he went on to say that any kids caught shooting people and horses with these gel pellet guns, they're going to be tied up in a sack with a cinder block and thrown off in the water across from the Vinoy.
That's right.
Yes. That's what's
St. Pete justice.
Is it right there? That's what's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't they say their parents would be held responsible for any damages?
They should. Absolutely. Wow. Listen to this. Another air tag. This woman's luggage was ripped off down in Fort Lauderdale. Guess what? She was on Spirit Airlines. Tracked the luggage to a employee's house. And isn't that a fun confrontation? A Spirit Airlines passenger. This is from Local 10 down in Miami, Channel 10, WPLG, Miami. So the Spirit Airlines passenger wanted to find her stolen luggage, ended up at a Fort Lauderdale house. An airport employee has been arrested and charged with grand theft. Incident even caught on camera. Paola Garcia was standing at Carousel 4 inside Terminal 4 at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport. That's FLL, or for pilots, it's KFLL. And I was just there. I just flew in on Spirit. I just, cruised through Terminal 4. And she's standing there at the carousel, and the thing's spinning around, and she's watching all the other passengers grab their bags. And then she panics. Her bag doesn't come off. In my mind, she says, I'm thinking I need my computer because I go to university. I need my computer no matter what. I was waiting there for at least 2 hours. What? You're watching the thing go zzz for 2 hours? So Garcia said she always carries her pink hard shell suitcase on board, but this time she said that she was forced to check it, and the suitcase never arrived on the conveyor belt. Why? As she was waiting, according to the arrest affidavit and pictures, 29-year-old Junior Bazile apparently had her suitcase in the back of an airport retail store where he worked. This wasn't even like a baggage handler, I don't think.
Junior.
So, yeah. Pictures obtained as part of the investigation show him rummaging through her suitcase, looking for something of value. The cops said that he took a MacBook and other items out, then placed Garcia's suitcase in a clear plastic bag. Garcia's MacBook, 2 Apple Watches, an iPad, jewelry, and designer clothes were all ripped off. Back in the terminal, she's watching the suitcases go round and round, except for hers, and she was unaware that her bag was pilfered and someone's already rummaging through it. in the back of a store at the airport. What the heck?
Wow.
Wow. So back in the terminal and unaware, Spirit employees told Garcia not to worry. We sent your luggage to your house, so I gave them the address. Next morning, her Apple Watch was sending a signal, but not from the airport. So you're at home and your watch is pinging at a house in Fort Lauderdale? That's a question that the reporter for Channel 10 asks. Yeah, 15 minutes from the airport. Her Apple goods are pinging at someone's house. So she goes to the house. The reporter said, wait, you went to someone's house? You went to where your stuff was pinging? And she says, yeah.
That's pretty brave.
She said, how could a Spirit driver deliver my suitcase? I need my computer. I have a test. So the signal was coming from an address, and she arrived, saw suitcases all over the place. My God, this is like a headquarters. Whoever this guy was, pilfering suitcases and bringing them back to his house. My God.
Did they find other bags there?
She calls yes, I just said that. She goes to the house and sees suitcases all over the place. Man. She started to record video. She calls 911. The first thing the police told me was like, what are you doing there? This is dangerous for you to be there. That was Broward County Sheriff's Office. So the detective put the address of the house through an internal airport database and found Bazile, who worked for a company that operates retail stores inside of FLL. I wonder if it's like Hudson News or something.
Yeah.
Or whatever. What's that company? There's a company that hosts, or there's a company that owns that runs tons of these airport stores. You know, you think you're going to like the brand name store, but it's actually like run by this company. Yeah. So suitcase was stolen. Cops went. They arrested the dude charged with grand theft. But, unbelievable. She's got to do the legwork. And, luckily her Apple items, she was able to ping them and see exactly where they were. It's another reason why I don't check bags. It's very rare that listen, I'm going to go to Little Cayman at the end of July, and I got to check my scuba gear. I carry on my my Shearwater computers, and I carry on my Scuba Pro and atomic regulators. I carry that stuff, but my the vest, the BCD, and my fins and my shark skin. I check all that, But I don't like to check. I look for every reason not to check. When our family goes on vacation. We'll do 2 weeks overseas, and we don't check a damn thing.
We do a lot of laundry.
We will do some laundry, but we can get by. Our whole family has traveled to Japan and Italy for 2 weeks at a pop, and all we have is a wheelie bag and a backpack, each of us. That's it.
That's why the managers at the retail stores hate you.
Because I'm not checking luggage for them to steal and pilfer. Is that what you're saying?
We can't pilfer that guy.
Yeah.
I like this khaki shorts, too.
Who do you think generates the most trash? Which generation throws out more trash than any other American? Which generation?
Let's go start with Froggy.
What? I would say the baby boomers.
Okay, Fester.
No, you know what? That would be one of my first guesses, and then
they're responsible.
Fester, which generation throws out more trash than other Americans?
We're Gen Xers, right?
We're Gen X.
I throw away everything.
So your answer is?
I'll say Gen X.
That would be my guess, actually.
Yeah, I throw away everything.
No, not Gen X. Roxanne.
I know the answer.
What do you think it is?
I don't think. It's millennials.
It is. That is 100% correct. Absolutely right.
They're the Marie Kondo generation.
You know what? My wife, Michelle, says that Marie Kondo can suck it.
Who?
Who's Marie Kondo?
She's the
organizer. Yeah.
She folds her clothes in such a way that, they all are like perfectly in like almost like a piece of paper, folded like a piece of paper, your pants.
It's like her life is like a container store.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so Michelle, we're kind of organizing the house. We got stuff all over the place, and we're kind of weeding stuff out. We're just organizing, and I made a Marie Kondo reference, and Michelle said that Marie Kondo can suck it.
Yeah, Michelle's right. Marie Kondo makes you feel really bad about yourself.
No,
Sounds like a porn star.
No, Michelle was insinuating that she can do a much better job organizing than Marie Kondo.
Oh, good.
God.
I do believe that.
That's what Michelle was insinuating.
Yeah, with your Red Lobster booth.
We got to arrange that. So, Fester, can you get with Wade on the pickup for the Red Lobster
Fester,
booth?
get on it.
Yep.
Chop, chop.
All right, here's the deal. 2,000 adults surveyed, and it turns out the millennial generation, can you bring up the generations for me? Millennials, if Gen Z is 1997 to 2012, the millennials are what, like 19, here we go. Millennials are 1981 to 1996.
Okay.
So that generation, 1981 to 1996 are millennials. They are the worst at throwing out more trash than the baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Z. Alpha generation is 2013 to present.
All right.
I had a hard time believing that millennials are throwing away more trash than a 9-month-old infant.
I mean, that's a lot of diapers.
No, seriously. Millennials are ruining the planet.
I see why this alpha generation is called alpha. They're really they're fired up. The younger ones,
they're 10 years old.
I know.
They're 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They're tough.
But they're real pieces of work, those kids.
Yeah. Really are.
Your kids are alpha.
Yeah, they're alpha, all right.
And then you got the betas, I guess. Next is going to be beta, right? They're coming.
When's gamma?
Yeah, that's alpha, beta.
Delta, epsilon, zeta, beta, eta, iota, kappa, land, the moon.
Can I just say-
Omicron, pi, sigma, ni, epsilon, pi, chi, psi, omega. Let me hear you now, the Greek alphabet.
What the hell? What is that from?
Froggy knows the Greek alphabet.
Oh, my God. How about lambda, lambda, lambda?
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
That's not a real fraternity, by the way.
What movie was that in?
Revenge of the Nerds.
Was that Revenge of the Nerds?
Remember, there's the all-black fraternity, and they get accepted.
Was that lambda,
That's
lambda,
right.
lambda?
Lambda.
That's a classic.
So heads up on the millennials. They're wrecking the planet. Just completely wrecking the planet. All right, I have coming up shortly here, folks. I have a hot flight attendant story. This is not the one we did last week.
The last story we did on flight attendants was how to properly hit on them.
Right. You never hit on a flight attendant during the flight because that can become very, very awkward. If you want to make a pass at a flight attendant, the one shot you have is to slip the phone number to them on the way off the airplane. That's it. No, but I've got a new flight attendant story regarding hot flight attendants. That's coming up in just a minute. Oh, and a ghosting story that you got to hear, a proposal story, a wedding proposal gone really, really bad. I got a secret room story. I got a lot of stuff. I'm just telling you right now, it's 8:48, and you need to be hanging with us for the 9 o'clock hour coming up in a few minutes because there's a lot of good stuff coming up. I will make an appearance. This is going to be... Today's Wednesday.
You never confirmed. You said maybe, and then listen, I fill up. I fill up. Listen,
So you can't do it?
I can't. My next available opening is Monday.
Monday doesn't work for me.
Tuesday.
I got to check my schedule now. Why can't you do today?
I got things.
You texted me like last week.
Hey, you have an interview next
Hold
week.
on. Let me turn your microphone on. Hold on.
Hey,
Froggy.
you have an interview next week with Hal Herman. Don't forget about that.
Oh, that's right. I got to sit down with Hal Herman. Hal Herman wants to do like a Merv Griffin style interview show,
Right.
and I'm the first guest.
What are you doing? What do you need Fester to do now?
No.
We were
Isn't
going
that
to
your
do
whipping boy.
We were going to do a thing.
Fester, the restaurant Beef and Sea that sent us the T-shirts. You're a clamvoyant, and I get my whole belly clams. Because I've been, for ages, I've been talking about how I love to go up to Massachusetts and New Hampshire and Maine to get the whole belly fried clams. And then I find out that we have some places locally that bring them in and they fry them up. And one is this Beef and Sea out in Riverview. And Fester suggested we go to lunch today, Wednesday.
4 days ago. And you said maybe, and with no confirmation.
No, let's go to lunch today.
No, I can't.
What else do you have planned?
I'm all tied up today.
Why?
I'm all tied up.
You got an RV?
I got things.
Do what you got to do after we go. Let's go to lunch at 11.
No, Riverview is a trip. I mean, it's an hour out of my way.
It's not an hour out of your way.
Yeah, it is. It's 45 minutes out of our way. Listen, it's. I want to go, but we got to plan for it. Wednesday was available. Time slot's gone. My next availability is Monday or Tuesday of next week, possibly Thursday.
I kind of got it, in my head that I was kind of getting the craving for the whole belly clams.
I wish you would have said something immediately when I said, "Hey, how about Wednesday?"
You can't change your plans?
Cannot.
Why not?
Because I'm a busy guy. High demand.
Maybe I'll just go by myself.
Maybe you should.
Oh, I always feel bad for people who go by themselves.
No, that maybe they're happy there by themselves.
Listen.
It's fun to eat by yourself.
Maybe Roxanne
sometimes.
will go with you.
I'll be happy as a clam.
Mm-hmm.
If I could, I absolutely would. I want to go. Can't do it today. RV show's in town Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm all tied up the rest of the week. And then my first availability is Monday. Tuesday, I potentially have a lunch with Andrew and Pat George at a sub shop that I found.
Okay.
And then Wednesday, I got something cooking. So Monday or Thursday, yours.
Aren't you a network and lunch guy?
Explain what you have to do after the show today.
I got all kinds of crap.
Like what? Tell me one thing.
All kinds of crap.
You can't tell me because you're trying to teach me a lesson
No,
that,
I'm not
that I
trying
didn't
to
get
teach you a
back
lesson.
to you right away.
I'm not in the lesson teaching business. You know I don't give two spits about it. I'm not here to teach anybody lessons.
Let me
if
call.
I could make it, I would.
All right, fine.
curse?
Fine.
I said spits.
Let me call Stacy Kemp here, Kemp Law Group.
Now, if she wants to go to lunch, that's a different story. I'll free up some time for Stacy.
We're sorry. You must first dial a 1.
Oh, damn. I mean, how do you know?
She's a Pasco 727.
I don't know when I have to dial a 1, when I don't have to dial a 1. I don't know. Some 727s need a 1, some don't. All right, 1727. All right, here we go. Yeah, all right. So I got to deal with this. Stacy Kemp from the Kemp Law Group, one of our fine partners and sponsors here on the MJ Morning Show. A complaint's been lodged against me.
Oh, no.
Hello.
Good morning, Stacy Kemp, Kemp Law Group principal. Welcome back to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning. How are you guys today?
Doing well, Stacy. First of all, let me thank you again for being the Q105 studio sponsor. You hear from the Kemp Law Group Studios. And then, of course, you were one of the sponsors with the $40,000 MJ Morning Show Money Heist, which was a total hit. So thanks for sponsoring one of the weeks. Lucan's Wine and Spirits sponsored the other week. So, Stacy, you're a great partner, but somebody has lodged a complaint against me?
They have. You're supposed to be helping me here, and I'm getting complaints against you.
Oh boy, a son of unbelievable. All right. So, well, at least they're calling. Or was this an email or was this a phone call?
It was a Facebook message.
Oh, a Facebook message. All right. So, what was the complaint? And let's just be clear. I have helped much more than I have hurt. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess we'll give you some credit.
At best, it's a draw.
All right. So, what was this complaint that has been lodged against me, MJ?
Well, apparently, the ad that you are running is very loud and obnoxious and frightening when people are driving down the street, which made them feel that it was very ineffective because it was too startling.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So here's, I know exactly what this is. It's when I do the live spots, but listen, obviously it's getting attention. When I do live commercials for the Kemp Law Group, they specialize in personal injury, obviously, whether it's a car accident, you get hit by a beer truck, slip and fall, negligence case. So occasionally you'll hear me, or maybe a little more than occasionally. You'll hear me do a spot. I'll do a live commercial for the Kemp Law Group. Let me do a demo. I'm pretty sure this is why the person complained about me.
Warn everyone first. Warn everyone first.
All right, warning. All right. So this is sometimes a commercial that I'll do for the Kemp Law Group. All right, folks, it's a beautiful Wednesday morning. You're driving to work. You just had a nice breakfast. You got your coffee in the cup holder in the car. You gradually come to a stop at a red light when suddenly, BAM!
Yeah, I would instantly shut the radio off.
I'm writing a complaint right now as we speak. You just blew my eardrum out.
Yeah, I want you to know, MJ, seriously. And I'll say this with Stacey here.
The sound you screaming.
I am against us playing car crash sound effects and horn sound effects. Why? And yeah.
So I guess, sometimes I'm trying to demonstrate the story that it's a peaceful, tranquil day. Everything's going my way. And then suddenly, BAM! Son of a, and somebody's on their cell phone and they crash into you. I'm just trying to drum up business.
Yeah, the observer is not wrong, MJ.
All right, so you agree with the complainant?
Yeah, it's a bit much. I think you can make your point without and then sound effects.
Wait a sec. Do it again. Ready? 3, 2, and
yeah, I've never been a fan of playing car crash sound effects or the horn sound. You ever drive and you hear in a commercial somebody play some car dealership? Beep, beep. It's the summer sales event, and I keep looking around where's this horn?
What about sirens?
Same thing. Anything that you would hear in your car to give you alert, I don't think we should be playing on the radio.
So, Stacey, essentially, a listener left a message on the Kemp Law Group Facebook page that sometimes when I do my commercials, I'm scaring the crap out of them?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
Listen, I like the attention here. We want everyone to hear the ad, recognize the ad, pay attention to the ad.
I'm trying to appeal emotionally. I'm just trying to paint the picture of, hey, it's a happy day, and then you got some clod, some clown, some ass couch that just is not paying attention, doing everything but driving. They're totally negligent, and then they rear end you and they shove your trunk right up your keister. I mean, that's. I'm just trying to paint the picture.
God, keister is the theme of the show today.
Yeah,
sure is.
All right, so Stacey, what's the ruling? You want me to cut out on the BAM? You want me to knock that off or what?
I mean, I've only gotten one complaint. Maybe other people think it's effective. I don't know. Maybe it's both.
How many?
How about like this? You're driving down the road. You're having a great day. The sun is out. Oh my God! I drove off a bridge. I'm so falling.
Kerplunk.
No, people are going to change the channel.
No, never. Why would they do that?
All right, Stacey, listen, you're the client. You tell me what you want me to do. Occasional car screeching or what?
Listen, it's your show. I think you're doing a great job. I think, people trust you, and hopefully they're starting to trust the firm and call us anyway, and hopefully the car screeching doesn't dissuade them from calling us. It's advertising.
It is.
Sometimes people disagree and sometimes people agree. I mean, you can't please everyone. I don't know.
Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law.
That's right. Thank you, guys.
That's what you do. All right, Stace, did you write the person back on Facebook?
Of course. I apologize.
Did you say you were going to have a little talk with MJ?
No. No, but I did tell you immediately because I was like, what is she talking about? I have no idea what she's talking about.
All right, Stacey. Anyway, listen, Stacey, Kemp Law Group, I really do appreciate you being a fine partner and sponsor of the show. And again, Kemp Law Group, one of my list of companies that I endorse on this show that get great results from the MJ Morning Show. Stacey, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
You too. It's a funny thing.
I think she was low key telling you she's pissed off.
No, she's not.
I think she was telling you to stop, cut it out.
She's a lawyer. She would tell me directly if she doesn't want the occasional, crash and smash.
She'd send it to you, certified mail. You'd be served.
Yeah. Yes, Andrew. What do you give it? Andrew's giving me like gang signs in there. Oh, you want me to take line 3? All right.
Okay, the gang signs is him holding a phone with his finger up to his head.
He's giving me
gang signs. He's holding the phone up to his head.
Valerie in St. Pete. Hi, Valerie. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning, MJ.
Hey.
I'm calling to say that I agree. I don't like those commercials with the crashes and the car horn beeping. It startles me when I'm driving.
Yep.
I agree 100%. I'm going to complain too.
This isn't going good.
Yeah, this is a slippery slope, man. You should have kept this one off the air.
You should have kept it off the air.
Listen,
anybody else want to complain? Call up.
Listen, we're an open book. The good, the bad, and the ugly. This is a live radio show. I have no problem showing sometimes the ugly underbelly. We'll put it all on display. All right, so Valerie, you want me to knock off some of the crashing and smashing effects?
It startles me when I'm driving. I always look around like, what happened?
She's right.
Do you almost feel like you just got rear-ended?
Yes. And then the horn beeps, and I'm like, who's beeping? What am I doing?
How did the AA MCO commercials get away with it for so long?
But it's coming every time with the AA beep beep MCO. And no car sounds like beep beep anymore.
I guess so.
All right, Valerie, I'll take this under advisement, okay?
Thank you, MJ.
Other than that, but Valerie, you typically like the show?
I listen to it every morning.
All right, that's what I want to hear. All right, Valerie, you have a great day.
You too, thank you.
All right. Let me mull this over. I'm gonna mull.
Do a little mull.
I'm gonna mull it. Hey, speaking of noises, man, there is some little turd that has a BMW 3 Series with those crackling, popping, gunfire-sounding mufflers. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the really cool ones?
No, it's not really cool. Michelle was out walking the other day, and here comes the car.
What's the point of that?
I
Is that
don't-
doing something to the car?
I don't know. Hang on, I think Andrew pulled some audio for me.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Here's the popping and banging auto exhaust. Right there. Yeah.
Sounds like a gun.
So this is the guy in my neighborhood. Sounds just like this. Yeah, so this guy is busting up the tranquil South Tampa days and nights by driving. I don't even know who he is. He maybe once or twice a week. But what is the purpose? Do you think you're cool? What? Everyone look at me. My car sounds like a gang shootout. So what causes this? Is this like a special exhaust you can buy that it sounds like gunfire? Yeah.
Sounds like a drive-by.
Yes, it does. It sounds like someone's whipping out a Mac 10 or something.
Yeah.
So this little clown in my neighborhood, it's like he's driving like a BMW 330 or something, and he's got some modified exhaust that's making those those gunshot noises. And Michelle's like, "Hey man, there's this idiot driving around with gunshots coming out of his muffler." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I see him like twice a week."
Why don't you talk to the kid? Have a little chit-chat.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go buy those stop sticks at a police supply store.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to throw them across the road and flatten all 4 of his tires. How about that?
I'm down with that.
I think that's an appropriate use. Yes, Andrew.
Now, it's illegal to have a radio loud enough that you can hear 50 feet away or whatever the law is.
Yeah.
How is that legal instead?
That's a very good point.
Back in my day, it was all about the bass.
That's
Oh, yeah.
All about the bass, about the bass. No trouble. All about the bass.
Where it makes it hard to breathe when you're in the car.
We got to talk about hot flight attendants. We had a story recently about don't hit on a flight attendant during the flight. If you got to take your shot, you hand them a note when you're exiting the aircraft, when you're deplaning, disembarking. I have another hot flight attendant story. I don't know who decided to do this or why, but the perception is that hot flight attendants provide better customer service.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel that way.
Yeah.
It may be perceived that way because you're more attracted to them, but
researchers at Dickel University.
That's a real school?
I don't know.
I want to
Oh my
go to the
God.
Dickel.
What's their mascot? How do you spell it? D-I-C-K-E?
Well,
What's their mascot?
hang on, I'm probably mispronouncing this. It's Dicle
No, it's Dickel.
University, and it's in Turkey. So, again, I don't do a lot of foreign stories, but this just caught my attention as well. So they revealed a recent study that airline passengers believe that they have a better customer service experience from an attractive flight attendant versus an unattractive flight attendant. Flight attendants with higher levels of attractiveness were found to enhance passengers' motivation to approach, thereby improving their perceived service quality. This was just published in the journal Marketing and Management of Innovations. The study collected data from, well, pretty small sample size, 19 men and 18 women who traveled with airlines within Turkey in the last year. The age range was 19 to 47, men and women. Story goes on to say that and folks, don't shoot the messenger. I'm reading the verbatim here. Stewardesses who are easy on the eyes,
right,
received higher rankings than less appealing coworkers. What, Debbie Dogface? I mean, what?
Listen,
I love Debbie.
What, Fanny Fireplug? I mean, what?
I don't know if I like this story.
Yeah, so even if the service wasn't the best, the passengers thought that the service was better from the attractive flight attendants versus the unattractive flight attendants.
Yeah, because the guy's like, so you're saying there's a chance.
So even if the service sucked, they're likely to say that it was good from the attractive flight attendant versus the unattractive.
Dickel University appears to be a pretty big university in Turkey.
Is it pronounced Dickel?
Yes.
It's Dicle. I mean, how else do you pronounce it? Dickel.
Their alma mater song is All Hail the Dickel. For you we stand. And
The
then
Dickel.
The Dickel in my left hand.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
What, a diploma. That's what your diploma is in your
All right.
Okay.
Dickel diploma.
This is a terrible ghosting story. This woman met a guy on vacation in Hawaii. They hit it off. They found out they actually lived like a mile away from each other back home in California.
Uh-oh.
All right.
That's not good.
They hit it off. They're inseparable. I mean, just chemistry. There was a bond. And then he disappears. And she's like, oh, my God, I've heard about this. I've just been ghosted. This is the worst possible thing. Cody Bryant is the guy. Haley Woloshin is the woman.
Cody Bryant.
Cody Bryant. Not Kobe Bryant, but Cody. And she was on a family vacation in Hawaii in 2022, and they just immediately just hit it off. They connected, and then the dude disappears.
And then this is crazy. They reunited at Rydell High after a pep rally. They tried to blow her off.
Oh, Sandy.
Did you
Isn't
know?
that what it
Did you
sounds
see the
like?
story that came out about Greece?
What?
That it's all Sandy dies actually, and it's all taking place look at Andrew heard about it. It's actually she's dead, and all that takes place in her head. Because in the beginning she dies, she drowns.
Well, that makes sense because that
Yes.
car that flies at the end.
She
that's
goes to
not.
heaven.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
She
that's
goes-
that's the Summer Lovin' song, isn't it?
yeah. She and at
Summer
the end, she
lovin'.
finally everything goes perfectly for everybody, and she flies away to heaven.
Is that yes, Andrew?
Yeah, in the lyrics, she nearly drowned.
Yeah, she nearly summer night.
Look it up, Roxanne. It's very interesting.
Okay.
Wella. Tell me more. Tell me. All right. So let me give the rest of the story. So they hit it off. They think they have an instant connection, and then the guy disappears. She thinks she's getting ghosted. Like terrible, terrible case. Bryant, Cody, disappears. Stops answering her. She figures maybe it was a flash in the pan. It was like a false positive, and now he's not interested.
Don't tell me he was in the helicopter crash.
No. Thank God. No, Cody Bryant was not in a helicopter crash. But she does some searching on the internet and discovers there's a GoFundMe campaign set up for the guy. He was hit by a car while riding a moped in Ibiza in Spain, and he was like in a coma.
Got hit by a car in Ibiza.
Seriously, he was in a coma, and that's why he disappeared. And
That's no
she
excuse.
discovered this because she did some internet searching.
Nat?
No.
Heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
No, I'm aware of it.
Meets his true love and gets hit by a car at the beginning. At the beginning of the movie, I'm not ruining anything.
The accident left Bryant in a coma, traumatic brain injury. They didn't think he'd ever walk again. Months would pass. They would be together, though. His brain injury caused them to forget about their romance. So the guy's brain injury completely forgot about the connection and this girl. So they had to reconnect, and apparently they've rekindled. But I mean, if you get in an accident, you're in a coma, and your memory goes, maybe your likes and dislikes, and maybe your attraction also changes. But I guess they're back together. This guy has apparently no memory of the pre-accident connection that they had. How about that? So if you think someone's ghosting you, maybe they're in a hospital bed with a tube shoved down their throat in a coma.
What the?
Tell you what, man. If I were in an accident and I forgot about my wife, she'd be like, good. Oh, thank God.
Man.
Oh.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. A ghosting story that's not really a ghosting story. The dude was run over by a car on a moped.
Have you seen his GoFundMe? Have you seen how much he's raised?
Yeah, $29 million right
Pretty
now.
close. It's a $200,000 goal.
No.
He's already up to $151,000.
Yeah, it's $151,400. But and listen, they're $49,000 away, so they're almost there. Fester, why don't you kick in the rest?
Come on,
Yeah.
Fast.
It's a couple of RV sales for you, right?
Yeah, or a couple, couple endorsements for you.
9:24 at the MJ Morning Show. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. This woman, this woman is a total. You know what? I don't want to taint the audience. I want to roll a wedding proposal story by you. What occurred, and if she was in the right or the wrong, and we'll get to that next here on the MJ Morning Show. Also, I got a creepy secret room story. Froggy loves these stories. We'll get to that coming up. Oh, a Walmart update. Is it possible that Walmart could be doing blank? I'll fill in that blank in just a bit. So, and then lots of little loose ends in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. So stand by. If you are looking for a new Ford... At the MJ Morning Show. It is time for the final segment of the show here on a Wednesday, and I can't believe you won't go to get the whole belly clams at Beef and Sea in Riverview with me today.
You're totally misrepresenting this. It's not that I won't, it's that I can't. I want to.
Hey, Rox, you brought this up yesterday, and I had the story as well, and we just didn't get to it. Can you, with a brief synopsis, explain why Henry Winkler, the Fonz, and Tom Hanks have a 30-year feud and hate each other?
I don't have the story in front of me, so let me just see if I can recall properly. They've always hated each other. Seems kind of crazy because they're two nice guys, two of Hollywood's nice guys. I guess what happened is back when they were doing Turner and Hooch together years ago. Remember that dog? I used to have a dog like that.
Yeah.
Duguay de Bordeaux.
Right. What?
Yeah, a Duguay de Bordeaux. It's a French Mastiff.
Okay.
And so when they were working on Turner and Hooch, I guess they went somewhere on, on location, and a fan was like, "There's the Fonz," and started going crazy. Now, this is Henry Winkler's version of the story.
Right.
And he was like, "Hey," took a picture, whatever. And he goes, "And this is Tom, I'm sure you know, this is Tom Hanks." And this story is pretty telling, if you ask me. I guess that didn't sit well with Tom Hanks.
So Tom Hanks didn't like the fact that Henry Winkler, the Fonz, got all of the attention and he wasn't?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so one of the other people on set working with them, a producer, whomever, who witnessed that, thought to themselves, "Oh, this isn't going to end well." And sure enough, the Fonz, Henry Winkler, gets fired X amount of days later, no longer the producer or whatever his role was on Turner and Hooch. Ever since then, they have not liked each other. They're cordial to one another when they see one another. I've never met Tom Hanks, but I am completely on Henry Winkler's side. I actually we emceed an event together, and he was my favorite. And I love him from Arrested Development. He's awesome.
All right, so they don't get along. I mean,
yeah.
I can think of a couple of people who I'm sure are nice folks who I could care less about.
Right, but did you get mad at them because they didn't give you the proper recognition of this is Fester from the MJ Morning Show?
There are some people who probably have a very trivial 1 or 2 time interaction with, who I just never have to see again.
Have you guys seen the photos of Demi Moore with Joe Jonas?
Boy, she
has no age limits.
Yeah, she loves
Good
me.
for him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, there are photos circulating. How do you say it? It's Demi, right? You got to say Demi.
Okay, say it anyway.
I've been. I don't know.
You don't say Demi
It's
Moore.
not Demi?
It's not Demi Moore. It's like
this?
Demi Moore.
Is this 2002?
How do we not know this? How do we not know how to pronounce her name? This many
Anyway,
years
I think
later?
it's Demi Moore is how you say it. So she's been photographed in what they're calling on page 6 a flirty new relationship with Joe Jonas. She's 61. He is 34.
Yep.
Demi and Joe have struck up a friendship. They have mutual friends. They've bonded. One well-placed source told us of the pair who were seen having lunch together at the exclusive Hotel du Cap Eden in Antibes in France.
She's a good egg.
I don't know if I pronounced any of that correctly, but I thought I'd take a swipe.
Yeah, including Demi's name. But yeah, she's a.
I have very high thoughts of Demi Moore. I
like her.
I like her, and I don't have anything negative except maybe G.I. Jane.
Her boobs are negative.
You know what? She put it out there, man. You know what? She's a timeless.
Didn't she do like full topless?
Yeah,
And
that striptease movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it was G.I. Jane, right?
No.
I think it was striptease.
Was it? I don't know. I was on.
She goes for it.
All right. Well,
Yeah, good for her.
I don't think I've seen a lot of her movies, but I do
yeah.
have a good impression.
I think as good as an actress as she is, I think she's probably even a better businesswoman.
You, your family, all protected from scary online stuff.
Listen to this.
Protect everything your family does online with Aura.
How much are they paying? I just brought up the audio from the team. How much are they paying Robert Downey Jr. to do that Aura commercial?
Probably a lot.
Oh my God! What the hell is Aura anyway?
Looked like a digital protection service.
Is that what it? Yeah, is it like identity protection or
like a modern day LifeLock?
Yeah, we have something called the internet. Why don't you look that up? What? Type in what the hell is Aura?
What the
And how much are they paying Robert Downey Jr. to do their commercials?
Aura, intelligent digital safety for the whole family.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so you log into their service. They're on their website.
Oh, they're all in on him. You go to their website and it starts rolling a video of the commercial we just saw on TV. But they must be paying him a fortune.
Or he's an investor.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
Who's the cell phone dude who made a fortune?
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's say he owns 10% of Aura and it sells for $1 billion.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, anyone? Andrew just said that Robert Downey Jr. is a member of the Aura board of directors.
Of course.
Hey, so he's got stock. He's got all kinds of financial interest. All right, so back to Demi Moore and Joe Jonas. How many times does 34 go into 61?
Almost twice a day.
What, Roxanne, do you think that they're, is this only a friendship and a lunch, or you think that 61-year-old Demi Moore and Joe Jonas from the Jonas Brothers are getting it on?
Well, I hope Joe isn't just trying to check an item off his bucket list.
And
he was married.
Or Demi.
No. There was a bad breakup. No.
Oh.
Joe Jonas had a bad breakup with that Stormy Bree. Right?
Never marry a Stormy.
Wait.
Yeah, women named Stormy in general. Just,
Right. So, was he married as well? Or was it just I don't know. I'm not a...
I don't even know which one's Joe.
So, Roxanne, who's the bucket list crosser
They
here?
both are.
Yeah.
So which Jonas brother is married to the Game of Thrones chick? Oh, Sophie Turner.
Yeah, that's Jose.
Joe Jonas.
No, I'm
Fourth
kidding.
Jonas.
I'm confused.
Well, that would be Joe. No, so how many Jonas brothers are there?
5, 10. I have no idea. Is it? I think the answer might be 3.
Yeah, I don't know how many Jonas brothers there are. I just know. Let's see. You got Joe Jonas and you got Kevin.
They
Kevin,
used to
Joe,
be the Virgin group, right?
Yeah, Kevin, Joe, and Nick.
Okay, and Nick Jonas.
They were famous for being the Virgin group, and now they're going to be the elderly group, and they're just gonna go through the nursing home,
hey,
starting with Demi
The
Moore.
MILF hunters.
We stop.
That's what.
I'm just making people aware that Demi Moore and Joe Jonas were spotted together in case something develops.
Good for them. Cute couple.
Yeah.
I was shocked to see this. Do you know that Keanu Reeves' band Dog Star is still around?
Oh, hell yeah, they rock.
What the? Keanu Reeves' band has announced their summer 2024 tour and their first album in 20 years.
Yeah.
They have an album?
I remember Dog Star came around in like 1995 or 96 or something.
Isn't that the reason why he was in the studio to begin with?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of Dog Star?
Yeah, we had Keanu Reeves at the old MJ and BJ morning show studios in like 1995 or 96. And Michelle stopped by to see Keanu, and we had our brand new dog, Scarlet, our female Jack Russell. And this is back, folks, this is almost 30 years ago. And Michelle came into the studio with Scarlet, our little puppy, and she was only like 10 weeks older, a brand new dog. And Keanu wanted the dog from Michelle.
Give me your dog.
In fact, I posted the picture. There's a picture of Michelle with Keanu Reeves at our old radio station with her holding Scarlet, this adorable puppy. And Keanu Reeves tried to get Michelle to give her the dog. Keanu's like, can I have the dog, please, please? What? He thought he was Keanu Reeves?
Please give me your dog.
Yeah, and obviously we did not give him the dog and would not sign an autograph from Michelle after that. No, I'm kidding. He's a very nice.
He has a
very nice
reputation of being like one of the nicest guys.
Yeah, he was very, very nice
You
meeting Keanu Reeves.
Talk about a guy who you don't hear bad news about or bad stories about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I got to dig the picture. I posted it on my Instagram like a couple of years ago. So if you want to spend the rest of Wednesday scrolling through my feed, maybe you can find it, or I can maybe find it in my archives and repost it later on. But I'm amazed. Dog Star, his band, is still around. I don't know if there's is there a Tampa date?
No, there's not.
How hard is it to keep a band together? Big deal. These guys are probably doing nothing.
Yeah, Andrew says no Tampa date. Do you have the list? Do you have the cities? Can you read them off?
Well, right now they're in Europe,
Right.
and will return to North America in August.
Do we care that much about every city on Dog Store's tour?
I guess it's not Dog Store, it's Dog Star.
Whatever.
Yeah. Hey, Roxanne,
Yes.
were you ever in Derek Jeter's New York castle?
No, I was never at the castle.
Castle?
I saw
Was he a
that-
Dracula?
I saw this on the New York Post website yesterday afternoon. Derek Jeter finally sells New York Castle for $6.3 million after slashing the price by more than half. Looks like he took a bath on that. So he slashed the price by more than $8 million. It was originally listed for $14.75 in 2018. It didn't sell. It's 50 miles outside of New York City, 4-acre property, 9,000 square feet. And we don't know who the buyer was, but it sold for $6.3 million, a fraction of the original. I don't know what
The original sales price?
Yeah, well, no, the original asking price.
Yeah, but I don't think he paid that
Yeah,
much. I mean, I don't know how much he paid for it,
Yeah,
but I doubt he paid.
It doesn't say. Let's see. Hold on a minute. There's some details here. The former Yankee star purchased the home in 2003 for just $425,000.
Yeah, see, he didn't lose any money on that.
But dumped nearly $3 million into renovations. Hey, can I say something? Don't be offended by this, Roxanne. And hopefully Doug is not going to be offended and not talk to me for a month. You know.
Okay, you're prefacing it with
This is some gaudy interior decoration.
which one?
The castle house. It's just. Ugh.
Does it look like Nicolas Cage's house?
I don't know. It's not decorated. It's just gaudy. You know, I can see
Well,
why.
you didn't have to live there, so who cares?
I can see why it sat on the market for so long.
I mean, you know, says a guy who has a wall of radios.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the place.
It's a radio hallway.
It's all right.
It's called a right away.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm
Called
gonna
the
have
wall.
I'm gonna have a Red Lobster restaurant booth in my my
Yeah,
house.
exactly.
Yeah.
Look who's talking.
Hey, did you see the Red Lobster news?
What is the Red Lobster news?
That in an effort to save the company, Flavor Flav ordered everything on the menu?
What?
Like he ordered everything on the menu.
What are you talking about?
Flavor Flav walks into a Red Lobster, takes the menu.
Are you serious?
Hands it back.
Oh no! That's look. Fester's reading a story from Billboard.
Everything orders everything. I'll take this.
Flavor Flav orders the entire Red Lobster menu in an effort to save the company.
And then he has photos of him in front of all this food. It's like everything.
Flavor Flav. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow. Hal Herman headlines. Is he going to be recovered from his vodka and cocaine bender?
I think he'll be all right.
All right, so
I'll give him an IV shot.
And Hal Herman, around 7:45 tomorrow, the famous Hal Herman headlines here on the MJ Morning Show, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all of his erroneous information and complete fake news.
All true.
Anything else before we get out of here today on a Wednesday?
So much on the table still, MJ.
Yeah, like what?
Like our letter to Joe Exotic.
Oh, I didn't get to that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you know what? Let me mention this quickly because I teased this. This woman is such a brat. The woman apparently told her boyfriend to cancel the wedding proposal that he had planned because apparently one of the relatives slipped and told her that the wedding proposal was coming.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And
better to know then, right?
Then she went to the would-be fiance and said, hey, don't propose to me today.
I know it's coming.
Yeah, that's not romantic.
What do you think about that?
Kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Wind out of the sails of the relationship.
it was supposed to be a surprise, but the proud papa of the groom-to-be accidentally spilled it to the bride-to-be that you're going to get proposed to today, and then she flips out and says, it's not a surprise. Don't propose to me today. So, wait, do you think she should have just rolled with it, or what do you do in that situation, Rox?
I would have rolled in it. Yeah, I would have rolled with it. Just, that's... it sounds a little uptight.
Tell your dad to shut up and keep a secret from
Yeah, how do you spill the beans on that? How do you do that? If you know it's supposed to be a surprise proposition.
Your dad's a stupid idiot.
It was like Big Phil telling Kim.
Yeah, that would never happen.
We got to roll, folks. Give me a follow on Instagram. I'm Certified MJ Radio. If you want to see the near electrocution in my neighborhood yesterday, go to my Instagram. Now, one of the line guys with Power Town working for Tico as a contractor recognized me. Some dump truck with the thing extended hit power lines and knocked them down. It burnt this guy's yard to a crisp. Sparks, fire engines, police. I thought it was a murder scene, and it was just a down power line that lit a guy's yard on fire. And I took a selfie. You want to see the pictures on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and a whole lot more. And give me a follow while you're there, Certified MJ Radio. My email is mj@mjmorningshow.com, and that is private personal email. If you got a hot tip, gossip, something we need for the show, or just a comment, mj@mjmorningshow.com. We'll see you tomorrow, folks, and let's be careful out there.